everyone, and welcome to Eternal Mooncast, a streaming show about deep dives into all things Sailor Moon. From fan theories to hidden lore to full character studies, we cover everything magical in the Mooniverse. I'm your host, Michi. With me this month is co-host Monica.
Hi, everyone. Before we dive into this month's show, quick Moody disclaimer. We would like to remind everyone that these are just our personal opinions, and we do not in any way represent Toei or the Sailor Moon intellectual property. We just really like to talk about Sailor Moon. If you'd like to jump to a specific topic from tonight's show, timestamps are in the description. For tonight's topic, we'll be doing a full character study about Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune. Joining us for this redo of a season 1 episode is author CC Gonzalez.
Hi. Olis, I'm just here ready to talk about my favorite girlies, Haruka Michiro, which are the inspiration for most of my stories. So we're good. I'm so excited to be here. So thank you.
Also, you may have noticed that CC and I are wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, you guys are twinning.
This wasn't planned, by the way. It was organic and magical.
Which is so funny because Monica owns a lot of Uranus and Neptune shirts.
I do.
Tonight we are talking about our favorite space lesbians, Haruka and Michiru. And yes, 2500. When I first saw Sailor Moon, I watched the version that named them Amara and Michelle. Me too. And trust me, that confused little me for like the next 10 years.
The kissing cousin version of them.
Terrible.
I remember them. I remember always going like, but if they're cousins, why are they so touchy-feely with each other? And why don't they look alike? Like,
and why don't they look alike? That's such a good point.
We counted it. They actually called them cousins 20 times.
Yeah, we have been doing a watch through comparing the old dub to the Japanese, and we were keeping track of every time they attempted to no-homo it by calling them cousins.
A villain that said, you're cousin. And I'm like, how do they know that they're cousins? What the fuck is happening?
Udial.
Yeah, it might have been Udial.
Yeah, it was like, your cousin is here. I'm gonna murder. I don't remember what she said. I know that she said cousin. I was like, wait, how do they know?
We absolutely talked a bunch during everyone should go watch the backlog of episodes of the Shoujo Senshi Slumber Party and hear us talk about this and get mad at it. Our reactions are all free up on Patreon. We actually talked about how it would have been more reasonable censorship for them to have just said nothing as opposed to trying to like change their relationship. If everyone had just been like, oh my god, they were roommates, it would have been better censorship.
I think it was even more accurate if they just said that they were besties. That's
besties,
it. I mean,
yeah. Just best friends who live in the same house
and
have
look at each other and look at each other like their entire world. But who doesn't look at their best friend like that?
Yeah, who doesn't live with their bestie and drive around with her all the time and have
not
metaphorical sex on a windowsill, won't let her go home at night, just
adopt a kid,
Exactly. Just things best friends do. Their Boston marriage. Leave them alone. Not your business.
Oh, I didn't know this. Nico 2500 says, when I first saw the Spanish version, they had some deep names, but they kept Haruka and Michiru names.
Oh, huh.
That's true. I remember them. I remember those. I think they like aired in Puerto Rico a couple of episodes, but it wasn't Latino American translation. I think it was more Spanish from Spain version. I couldn't handle the accent. I never saw them. I was like, no, thank you. I'd rather have them screaming very sexualized in the original Japanese or English one in Cartoon Network than watch them in Spanish. I just couldn't.
I studied Spanish in school, like all the way through college. And it never occurred to me to go watch the Spanish dub of Sailor Moon to practice. You're like, no, it's bad. You're like, you didn't miss anything. But like when I was younger, I would have loved to have just practiced by listening to it in Spanish. You're like, no, it's not even good. Not a good example.
To me, it's very cringy. I don't know why. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. I speak Spanish all the time. I only speak English when like in my workplace or with interviews and with other people, but it's hard for me to even write in Spanish and to watch things in Spanish, especially when I already heard them in English or in any other language. Is so cringe to me. I don't even know why. I don't think it's my brain is just wired that way. And I have a friend who's from Mexico, and we started watching Bridgerton in Spanish, and I was like, let's do this for her. But yeah, it's crazy for me.
Okay, cool. I'll just take your word for it that I didn't miss much.
No, you didn't. I mean, look, if somebody said, Nico said that Mamoru was named Armando. That's such
He
a like
was?
Armando.
Okay, all right,
like,
okay, but he does kind of have an Armando vibe to him, though. I
that's
can
so,
see it.
that's
I can
so
see it.
soap opera, like Armando. I know. No. It's okay. We're good.
Oh man.
Oh my god. All right, let's get into the
All
topic.
right,
So,
let's do it. I did say we might be chatting tonight.
yeah, it's our favorite subject between the three of us. Like,
Absolutely.
there's going to be a lot of tangents. Sailor Uranus. Let's talk about her.
Oh yeah, well, my problematic fave, Sailor Uranus. You can't. My name is blocking my shelf of Sailor Uranuses behind me. So this is their relationship episode, and we're talking about their most powerful love story. So I thought for my section of this outliner to at least introduce her as a character, I'd start with the fact that she's kind of a fuckboy. She loves to flirt, but that's just sort of for fun. She's very obviously super loyal to Michiru. They're like deeply like this. They're very much committed to one another. This is just, we'll get into their why they like to do this later. I put your specific note down under talking about their relationship with each other. But as an individual, definitely a big flirt, but it's just for fun. It's just kind of like sport. Yeah, it's fun to get attention from people and such. And for other reasons too, that we'll get into a little bit later.
But also to get information from other people.
Yeah.
Like, if you're being flirty and fun, people are more open to talk to you.
Yeah, it's a little disarming.
Exactly.
More likely to talk to the, hot butch who's like, hey. This is one of her maneuvers.
It
the
is.
flowers and all that, the petals and, all the shenanigans. I love her.
Absolutely. She made 4 of the inners go gaga except one. Yeah, we know who the one wasn't.
We all know who it
What
was.
was it? I don't remember. Which one was it?
Ami.
I'm pretty sure it's Ami, yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, Ami's kind of our asexual queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember now. I was like, which one? The little kids. That's it, right? No, wait. Ami, right. Ami she never succumbed to her.
Ami is like, your charm, it doesn't work here. Your money has no value here.
Oh, but she's definitely a flirt. I love the scene where she gets caught with a maid. Because I've never seen her come that close to death, even with Galaxia.
Do you know that episode never, ever aired over here in Puerto Rico? Ever. And I remember my best friend told me about it, and she already knew that I was obsessed with them. And when she told me, I was like, what do you mean she's flirting with a maid? What do you mean that Michiru gets so pissed off that she's physically angry? What do you mean? And I remember searching in the internet, total hacker man, like going into the deep web. I needed to watch that episode. And when I did, I watched it 4 times in a row. Not like I was obsessed with it, but yes, I just love her. She's always flirting, but she's sick in the bed, but she's still flirting. Like, girl, get your shit together. You're dying.
That proves as long as she has a pulse, she's gonna flirt.
She's gonna flirt. And I love that. I love that for her. He's totally a fuckboy.
She is a fuckboy.
I'm gonna flip my 2 points here because I think one leads better into the other. But I think the core of her character and the kind of thing that I like a lot about her, one of the things that compels me about her character is that she's projects this big, scary, tall and buff.
I got my shit together.
I got my shit together. Scary dog privilege, right? But that's just an act. It's very scary on the outside, very soft and gentle on the inside. Not actually, she'll threaten and bark at you, but she doesn't actually want to like hurt anybody. A lot of her internal conflict through, at least in the manga, is that she just doesn't want anyone to get hurt, and that is not a thing that's possible.
Yeah, I remember in the manga when she was like, we have to do this. I think it was like, not only in the manga, in the anime, when she was like, shit, we have to kill this kid.
Yeah, we have to kill this kid.
For, world peace. And then she's looking at Michiru like, we have to kill this kid. And Michiru was down for that. She was like,
she's down for it. Yeah.
We have to kill her. And she keeps going like, yeah, we have to kill her. Like waiting for her to say, maybe we can find another. No, we have to kill her. And I just love that I love that, like you said, she is this big, bad, butch lesbian that has her shit together, drives this amazing car. But as soon as Michiru is around, she just well, like, okay, I'll do whatever you want. I'll be cranky about it and act like I'm cranky about it, but I'm totally like, inside I'm not. I'm just having the time of my life. I love that.
Which kind of goes into my next point, which is that I think she is kind of at her happiest in the manga, at least when she's being a dad. Yeah, like in the dream arc where they get to have their like happy family together, you get to see them be like really happy, and she's truly there's no more killing children to save the world.
Being like, I cannot believe that we were about to kill this kid.
yeah. Happily going out being like, man, the price of diapers is so high today. Like
such a dad, right? Like such a dad.
This is such a dad.
Haruka, if they adopted a kitten, Haruka would not want it.
She'd be the
favorite.
Yep.
Then she would carry it around like here.
Yep.
Sticking out.
Yep.
And she, the cat is cold. Gotta keep her warm. Oh, no, I can see it.
No, I like that juxtaposition of like really mean and scary, but actually a soft cinnamon roll.
Yeah, she's very complex. She's a very complex character, and to have so many sides of her, like especially in the manga, what I really liked about her was not only that she was scary yet sweet yet caring, it's just like the duality of her presenting herself like super duper masculine, but then she's wearing like this skirt that to me as a kid, I was reading and I was like, wait, are these the same characters? What the fuck is happening? Like going back and forth. That was something that really marked me as a queer kid growing up. Oh, you can be both, like super masculine, but you can also be feminine. And that was something that marked me. I still remember it. Like when my mom flipped when she learned that there was a queer couple in Sailor Moon.
Oh no.
Like she flipped. But at the same time, I like to say that my boomer mom was very like ahead of the time. Like she wasn't like the kind of boomer like, no, I still remember when she like went into my room, checked out all the Sailor Moon mangas, which were like the very skinny ones. I don't remember if you remember those.
Yeah, I remember those.
So she like, I remember she didn't tell me, and she probably sneaked when I was in my room, but she sat down, checked all the ones that I had, and then went to the local comic store and bought me all the ones I didn't. And I remember that was like, here in Puerto Rico, we have like El Día de los Tres Reyes Magos, like the Three Kings Day, we like to call it. And it's like right after Christmas. And I remember like she gave me the box and I thought it was clothes. And when I opened it, it was all the Sailor Moon mangas that I was missing. And she was like,
so cute.
I know you shouldn't be reading this, but I'm still gonna get them for you because it makes you happy. Oh, I was
That's
like,
a good
like,
parent.
I know. I was like 14. That's a core memory. I will never forget that. Like I was so happy. I still have them like in Ziploc bags. I don't want them to get messed up. I have the new ones here, like right behind me, but I no sé. It's like the thinner ones, like you read them so fast and now you have to wait for the other one. And I'm getting out of topic and I'm sorry. Okay, let's continue.
No, please. I love tangents.
No, that's okay. That's much nicer than what my mom did.
I kept saying, no, Mom, they're cousins. They're cousins in the English version. Oh, and the Japanese version?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Mom. They're just very, very good friends that want to kill a kid, but they're really good friends.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
They were roommates.
So my last point you already kind of brought up, which is that like the gender of it all. I have always really liked her gender fluidity. It had no effect on my personality or appearance in real life. It didn't affect me profoundly in any way. So, you know,
I think anyone that is obsessed with them somehow, like their personality is basically based on them, even a tiny little bit. Because
I was also trying to find the part in the manga where Usagi confronts Haruka in her uniform, and she's like, "Are you guys Sailor Guardians?" And Haruka's like, "Are you a LARPer, nerd?" Do you know the part I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, are you guys playing some sort of like game? Like, are you guys playing an RPG? Are you guys playing D&D? Nerd.
I remember that, but I don't know which volume it is. I'm not gonna look for it up. No, I'm not gonna mess up. But I remember that.
I have mine.
I remember also in that one of those mangas. I remember also I really wanted to see Sailor Uranus wearing in Spanish. It's called un antifaz, a mask. Yeah, the mask that it was covering her eyes, like the one that Mamoru
Oh
wore.
yeah.
I was like, God, but then she never wore it again. I'm like, should have like I don't know. It gave her like this mysterious edge to it, and the cape. The cape. Where was the cape? I bothered me that she didn't wear that anymore. I love that.
You know, she probably made some joke to Michiru, like, look at me, I'm Batman, and that's why she wasn't allowed to wear it again.
Probably. Yeah, I don't wear that. You look like Batman. Like, throws it on the ground. Or maybe they use it for something else. I don't know. I'm not gonna go there.
No, and then, but I have not met so many people in the Sailor Moon community who said Haruka helped people with their sexuality.
Yep. The couple, I think the couple itself, both of them as a couple, like, to me, they were way, way less toxic than Mamoru and Usagi or Usagi and Seiya. To me, as my opinion, they were like they were so in tune with each other. I was like, so this is what a healthy relationship is supposed to be like. I'm not gonna get into it because we're gonna talk about it later, but the whole flirting around and how green flag it was at the end of it all, to me that was like, this is how a relationship is supposed to be, like playful, they're both playing around but at the same time super loyal, I will kill for her kind of vibe.
Oh,
I agree.
100%.
100%. Completely agree.
Yeah, that was mine. No, I was like, when I saw them, I was like in what, 6th grade, 7th grade? I was like, oh, oh. Also, this is the thing, because I was always rooting for openly bisexual. I was always rooting for Mamoru and Usagi all the time. I'm like, yeah, so cute, adorable. I want a really tall boyfriend with black hair and blue eyes. But then they came around. I was like, do I want a very tall girl with
Do I
black
also
hair?
want a very tall girlfriend?
Did I want that too?
Yeah. One of my first exposures to them was the Dream arc where they are a family, and I had that in, there was like a magazine that in English that had single issues of shoujo manga in them. It was called Chicks Comics or something like that.
Oh,
A very cringe
I
name.
remember them.
Yeah, but I remember
CIX, right?
Yeah, CHIX, yeah. But I remember having that and reading that out of context and being like, oh, I want what they have. I do need a beautiful wife and a mansion and a weird child. 8 cars and a helicopter.
You know,
two
a
motorcycles.
child that grows up 8 years in 1 minute. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Avanza, get out of my house. That would be amazing. But yes, I remember. I think that a lot of queer people, you talk about Sailor Moon, and they're gonna be like, Haruka Mishiru, quickly talk about them because they were like a queer awakening for at least from the millennial generation. I think there was like a lot of queer discoveries, and I love that for them.
Yeah.
I have friends who, one of my best friends who I told her to log in. I hope she's around. We were obsessed with Sailor Moon and Sailor Uranus and Neptune specifically. We used to role play in MySpace as them, and we'll leave messages to each other, and it just got overboard. And then a friend saw them, and he didn't know that it was us, and we would like flirt with him too, and he was like, "What is happening?" But that was a long time ago. I was like back in college.
That's funny. Oh my god, let's do some comments because we got a
Yeah.
bunch of comments rolling in. So first one is a hello to Cece. Hello, Cece. It's Coley.
Yes,
Coley's
she
a sapphic.
is. She's part of my street team.
Oh, I love it. Hello,
So-
welcome.
Yes, she is like one of mine. She's always sharing my stuff, reviewing my books. She's like lovely. I love her.
That's awesome. And then Sword Lily Cosplay said, what an incredible memory for you getting your manga.
Ah, yes, it was a core memory. I love it.
Mm-hmm. And then Nico 2500 says, when Haruka first came into the intro frame in season 3, episode 3, Minako and Usagi went gaga, thought she was a guy. Yep. That's one of the like hallmark episodes of Haruka.
I replayed it so many times, that same episode. And not only because of Haruka, but and also because of Michiru and her super, how do you call it, like mysteriousness, and also kind of flirting with Mamoru to get some info out of him. I also thought that he was a guy, by the way, because I haven't read the manga.
Oh, really?
So I thought she was a guy. And I was like, but then she's a girl, and I was like,
You're like, wait, this got better. Keep going.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Say more. Say more right now.
And then Sorely Cosplay says, Haruka was the first character I remember openly saying, I'm not male or female, and that's just who I am, and it was never questioned. It was really profound, as that concept wasn't anywhere in my reality at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a part where Usagi straight up asks her, what's your gender? And she goes, not any of your business.
like,
it's not important.
no, it really isn't. And I love that for her.
No, same, right? And then Nico 2500 says, speaking of Uranus, posted on the Discord server about the Sailor Moon musical, and that casting of Uranus looks perfect. Yes, the new musicals, holy shit.
I haven't seen those.
Let me go grab them.
I've seen musicals, but they're like really old ones. I never like continued like being on top of it. I don't remember most of them. I have some videos on YouTube saved, but that's it. But show me, I want to be the judge of that.
Please. Yeah. I think I've seen pictures of her, but I want to see them again.
Show me. I remember seeing the musicals and seeing them like a specific actress, like I don't know how they have so much chemistry, and I would replay every time they would like touch hands, and there was like on screen or on stage kiss, and everyone went crazy. I don't remember.
Yeah,
those are
the
real
original.
ones. The OG, I remember. I would remember they were like they were calling their names, and they walked in, kiss, and then like
yeah, everybody lost their shit.
I know the kiss we should have had, but oh well. That's what fanfics are for. If I get closer, it's because I can't see.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, is there no sound?
Oh wait, yes, I've seen clips of her. Yes, I've seen clips of her.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, look at her.
Approved.
Approved. Haruka approved.
Also, I finally found the page I was looking for. I ask her, are you a Sailor Guardian? And she makes a really good face.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
I remember those.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I forgot about that scene.
Yeah, and then she's, so you're into that kind of thing, huh? Guardians and battling? So are you and your friends pretending to be at war? Are you a LARPer?
I remember. And her face was like...
Yep, and then I think this comment is a great segue into our next topic, which is Nico 2500 says, for some reason, a quiet Michiru is so scary. Let's talk about Sailor Neptune.
Yeah, let's talk about Sailor Neptune.
What's
Badass?
She's such a fucking badass. And like, okay, you know how they try to portray these heroes? Sailor Moon has done it well, portraying feminine main characters at being super, super strong. But you know how people always say, oh, if you're a super, super strong female character, she has to be like Haruka, for example.
Oh,
and then
100%.
we have completely the opposite. We have this gorgeous, super feminine girl who is super powerful. She fucking commands the sea. Like, hello. And so poised and feminine, but she can fucking drown you where you stand. I love that. And she is scary. She's the kind of, going back to the episode, that episode where Haruka was sick and she was flirting with the maid, and she was like staring at her like, bitch, stop flirting. That's scary.
While I was looking for that particular scene, I bookmarked the part where, you know, Usagi sneaks into the very beginning of the Infinity arc in the manga. Usagi sneaks into the Infinity Academy using the disguise pen. Uranus and Neptune find her and stop her. And Neptune says, you're very brave to come to a place like this. There's danger here. It will eventually destroy you. And Haruka is like, but come here again and you won't find me so forgiving. Haruka's the one giving the second chance. And then Usagi describes it as her eyes went cold and dark like they could pierce right through me. They are so scared of her.
I like your first bullet point, Monica. Would kill for Uranus. Let's be real.
Be real. Yeah. It's part of their crazy devotion to one another, which is tonight's whole topic. But part of the thing that makes them work, like you said, they're such a healthy relationship. They really get each other, and while Michiru's dangerousness is often pointed at other people, it's often pointed at other people for the sake of her partner, who she knows inside is a sweet cinnamon roll.
Yeah, I also like the fact that they're always trying to portray themselves as, oh, we're bad bitches, which they are. They are really bad bitches, but we must stick to the mission at all times, and we're doing all this bad bitchiness because we have a mission, and we must sacrifice each other because we have to do that. They're gonna sacrifice each other, but not for the mission. Like, that was very put at the beginning, from the very beginning, where they met and Michiru almost dies trying to save Haruka, who hasn't transformed yet into Sailor Uranus, where she gets attacked by that monster. I don't remember the episode, but it was one of those first meeting things. And okay, so you have a mission, and you will sacrifice yourself for the mission, or because you don't want this sexy new athlete that you just met to die? Which one is it, girl? Okay, but I love, and this is something that I play a lot in one of my books, is this whole thing, this relationship between them feels like so soulmate trope. Like, they
100%.
will always find themselves in every single lifetime. They will find themselves, they will recognize themselves, and they will still die for each other, even if it is for a mission or not a mission. And that's something, one of the things that I loved about them, was that it doesn't matter, we're gonna do this. Can we talk about headcanons about this whole soulmate thing? Okay.
Totally.
So I had an unfinished fanfiction that I never, was it unfinished? I don't remember, but I was just going about the whole soulmate thing, and I was like, I wrote an entire scene about how Sailor Uranus died when it was the whole black moon thing right at the beginning, where everyone died and they had to be reincarnated. Do you know where I'm going with this? Okay, so I had this thought that yes, they can travel from place to place, and I just cannot get over the fact that they had this horrible death, because I'm like that. I'm super dramatic. I have this idea where, I don't know, it wasn't Haruka who died first, it was Michiru, and Haruka went nuts over the fact that she died, and that she got so pissed that Serenity's mom wouldn't bring her back. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you're making sense to me.
Okay, Haruka gets super mad that she couldn't revive Sailor Neptune, and she gets so pissed at it that maybe that's why when they finally meet again, she's kind of like, I don't want to, like, she was kind of bitchy to Michiru, because I don't want to get into this again, because something tells me that it's gonna end bad, and I don't want it to end bad again.
Yeah.
So that's why she was reluctant, like, yes, I know who you are. I know what I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what we are supposed to do, but I don't want this, because I don't want to, my soul tells me it's going to rip me apart if it happens again.
Yeah.
So that's a headcanon that I have right there. The first one to go is Michiru. Sailor Neptune is the one that is the first one to die, and Uranus is trying to pull the pieces together and goes cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, and then she's reincarnated. That's my headcanon.
I love that. Did you write a fanfic about it?
I think I kind of did, but it wasn't Sailor Uranus that went through that. I think it was a made-up OC, like that. Or maybe it was, I really don't remember. Girl, it's been so long since I wrote a fanfic. I don't remember. I have people all still DMing me in AO3 like, are you gonna finish Blinded? I'm like, I did.
You did though!
I did. But not here. I did, but in my book. So yes, I remember I did that. But yeah, that was my headcanon for the whole soulmate thing, and how they are like the best power couple ever. And like
that.
They want to kill everything, but they won't kill each other. We are gonna sacrifice ourselves because we love each other, not because of the mission.
I want to say I like how soft Neptune is.
Yeah.
I like that femininity is her power.
Mm-hmm. It's the balance. I love the balance. That's why I say that they're a way better couple than Mamoru and Usagi because they are way more balanced.
Yeah,
Right.
I almost skipped over like my favorite point about Michiru is that she's sort of the opposite of Uranus, right? Like
Mhm.
that she has got this soft, beautiful, feminine exterior, which often makes people underestimate her.
Oh,
Yes.
badly.
But she's the one who'll kill you.
Smiling.
Yeah, Uranus is the one who's like, better walk away or you won't, and
She
Michiru is
will-
behind her loading the gun.
She will destroy, Neptune will destroy the world. And she has been very clear about that. I will destroy this fucking place if something happens to Haruka, and I will not hesitate. I think she means it. And I'm pretty sure that everyone here agrees that she's the scary one because of that. Because she will become a villain if it means saving Haruka. And chef kiss, I love that.
Yeah, she's the ultimate ride or die. She is like, no, we are together. This is to the end.
Yeah, we can just sit down and have coffee and tea while the world crumbles around us, but it doesn't matter because we're together.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're in.
and isn't that the one thing that you want to have in a partner? Everything is going to shit, but since we are together, it's it's not that shitty, and that's amazing. That's why they're like top tier.
They're so good.
Also, what I didn't put on here, and I really should have, was put a note down about like Haruka being so happy being a dad. But Michiru is also super happy being a mom. She wants to be mom so bad.
They're excellent parents too. I know I have a headcanon too that Haruka gets in so much trouble while playing around with Hotaru. And so much trouble. And I'm sure that she's the one that tells Hotaru to curse. Like, hey, get over here. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a curse word, but you cannot tell anyone. And I know that Hotaru at some point will just blurt the curse out, and both Michiru and Setsuna will go like, "Where did you learn that?"
They're like sitting around the fancy dinner table, and she knocks her water glass over, and it's like, "Fuck!" And then, and then both of them know exactly who to look at for why that happened.
Yeah, they go from looking at Hotaru to looking straight at Haruka.
Or
I don't know where she learned that.
Or also, if she's getting bullied in school, I'm pretty sure that Haruka is gonna be like, "Here, I'm gonna show you how to throw a punch. Like, get over here."
She was.
Like, you're gonna punch them right here in the throat. And I'm like, yes, punch them in the throat. And then like Michiru gets a phone call like from school, like, "Hey, your daughter almost killed a kid." What? No, my kid. And then when they're in the car driving back home, what happened? No, because Haruka Papa told me if he keeps fucking with me, I should punch him in the throat. And like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that adds up.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was just the last thing. I just wanted to really talk about how much, because I don't feel like it's appreciated enough how soft Michiru can be, but she's also terrifying.
Yeah, that's what makes them so good. So now we can talk about their enduring love for one another. Boy, would these ladies do anything for each other. We've already kind of touched on this a little bit. Like, we know that they would die for each other.
Have done it
a couple times.
How many times did they die together in the series?
At least twice.
I think it's at least twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is way more than most people die for each other.
And with my headcanon, I will say 3. So let's say
That's true.
Sure.
Let's say 3.
We'll say 3.
No, way ahead of the curve here. And I like how in both the anime and the manga, we know that they are committed to one another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they are like this. You don't break them. You don't make them straight. Okay, Haruka flirts for fun, but she is never strayed from Michiru.
Yeah.
And they're always together, like 24/7 together. And they don't get tired of each other. Maybe a little bit, but I don't think they get super tired of each other. And
it's pretty clear that they don't.
And they enjoy each other company to the point that, yes, Haruka plays the piano in the anime, but she likes cars. She likes like loud noises, but she would still go to a piano concert for Michiru because she knows that her partner likes that, and Michiru will truly go to one of those very, very loud car races because Haruka's gonna be there. So that's also super sweet. No, they're not making fun of each other's hobbies or anything. We never see that at all. They make fun of each other, but not each other's interests.
Yeah, they tease each other a lot, but they don't meanly tease each other.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they're bullying each other, or it doesn't feel like they're doing it to annoy the other and make the other feel bad. They like teasing each other. Like we'll get to that soon.
Yeah, it's playful and affectionate. It's not mean.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. But there's a bit in the manga where at the very beginning she gives Usagi tickets to Michiru's concert, and she says, you only have to hear her play once to get hooked. Michiru makes the instrument and the music come to life. It's like witchcraft. And you're like, oh, she just loves her girlfriend's music so much. She thinks it's beautiful. She's telling people to go see her show. She's handing out tickets. Ah, what a ride or die.
Look, she's my girlfriend. She made this. Go see it because I want you to see it.
I want you to see it.
Yeah.
They have some ulterior motives, but she's also just like, no, go see her. She's amazing. My girlfriend is amazing.
And I think there's an episode too that, like, I'm not remember. Maybe it's a headcanon, but Michiru is also very proud that Haruka is the fastest. Like, she's so confident that she's always going to win in any race. And that's just, and also that episode where Amy is also with them and they're doing these races in the pool.
Oh, yeah, I love that episode.
And Haruka is just laying on the diving board. She's just laying there because she knows that Michiru is going to win. And she's like, I'm not even going to watch the race because I know my girl's got it.
It's so cute how confident they are of each other.
Yeah, I love that.
They know each other so much. I am sure that even a second, they already know what the other one is thinking by just looking at each other. Like those couples that, let's say they're in a party and Michiru wants to leave, and all she has to do is look at Haruka, and Haruka's like, "Oh, what?
All right, okay, well, time to go.
I want to leave, so let's go." And that kind of bonding and communication is very hard to come by.
It truly is.
I'm trying to find one of my favorite panels. Because it's got them being all lovey-dovey. And it's one of my favorite panels of them being all snoogie. Because they're always...
The one in the pool, or the one that looks like they actually had sex the night before and they're like waking up. Is that the one?
I'm looking for the one where they're like holding each other in front of the window, because they're always sort of prom posing together. And it's at the beginning, and I will find it. They're like holding each other delicately and going, oh, the mission.
But that's the one. That's the one I'm talking about. The one that looks like it is the morning after, and they're like still like.
Now I know the one you're talking about. Let's pull up some comments. Nico 2500 says there was a theory when Serenity sent the people to the moon to Earth at her death. One still thought that was Neptune, and then they shared. Okay, let me just share this real quick, and then we'll.
Sure.
Let me check something real quick over here too.
Yeah, it was that.
Oh yeah, there's maybe Sailor Neptune there. I see. You definitely see how people definitely looks like her for sure.
It really does.
Let me see something.
It's hard to tell this close, but yeah, that's what. But I totally subscribe to that headcanon.
This page.
Yes, the morning after, the one that is in my mind.
You know
the
I'm
morning
after,
after,
and I'm like, you know what? You're so right. You're so right. Because I had forgotten that Haruka is half dressed.
Yeah, the shirt is open a little bit.
Yep.
And I'm like, and Neptune is wearing this baby doll or something like that. Like this
She's got a dress on, but it's kind of fallen down off of one shoulder, and she's just standing in front of the mirror, standing in front of the window, gazing into the mirror, because in the one panel, her hand is pressed up against the glass. And then, yeah, they're just... Haruka then just very, very obviously comes up behind her and then kisses her on the top of the head. And it's gay.
It's super gay. But that's really a morning after scene right there. Like,
yeah. And then she turns around to face her, in this
Of
here.
course, that's one of my favorite panels. I think that was the panel that made me go, they're not cousins in the manga, I guess.
Nope.
And I was still doubting if Haruka was a guy in that panel. I was like, what am I reading? What am I watching? Is this a boy? It doesn't matter. I love it. I love them. Give me all of them.
Watching the Sailor Moon 90s anime and reading the manga is a totally different experience.
Yes, it was. It was. I first started reading the manga when I was in 6th grade. And I was like, I was confused about like, is this the same anime that I'm watching? It's different because the anime was kind of goofy and with the filler episodes and this very annoying screaming happening in the English dub. I was like, But then I started reading the manga and shit got serious in the manga, like really, really, really fast.
Yeah.
So I was still wondering, like, I couldn't connect the two stories. Oh, this is the same thing. This is the same story. But so I was still doubting. Is this actually maybe Haruka maybe Amara in the manga was a boy named Haruka? Because okay, don't judge. Have you ever heard about Angel Sanctuary?
Angel Sanctuary. Why does that sound so familiar?
It's an anime about a brother and a sister.
Oh no.
And that in the past life, they were two different people and they were lovers. But there was a character in that manga that was a boy named Haruka. It's holy shit. Somebody said holy shit because they remember.
That's one of our regular Sword Lily.
Okay, this is not trauma dumping, I swear. I read that manga when I was like in 6th, 7th grade. Never thought I heard about Angel Sanctuary again. Okay. And I was traumatized because they were in the past life they were lovers. They found each other again, but as brother and sister. And I'm gonna leave it there. All I'm saying is that there was a character named Haruka and it was a boy. So I was like, so this Haruka is also a boy? So I was like still doubting. But then I continue reading. And
so it's a gender neutral name. Haruka is a gender neutral Japanese name.
Maybe.
Which always lightly annoyed me that when they gave her an English name, that they gave her such a feminine English name, because her name should have been like Jordan, Taylor, Mackenzie, names that
Alex.
boys and girls. Alex. Yeah, names that a boy and a girl both have as a gender neutral name, because Haruka is a gender neutral Japanese name. I was just like, which makes the part where everyone thinks that she's a man believable, because her name is like, hi, I'm Alex.
That would have been amazing. It could be Alexandra. It could be Alexander.
Exactly.
Oh my god, you're reminding me of my favorite Disney Channel original movie, Motocrossed. If you ever went, that was one of my crushes early. It was a girl named Andy, and she posed as her brother to be able to compete in motorsports.
Yeah, like she could have been. There was already Andrew, the guy working at the arcade, but she could have also been Andy. That's another.
Or Andrea. An Andy for Andrea?
Andrea, yeah,
right?
Exactly. Or Chris. I know plenty of people whose name is like Christina or Christine who go by Chris.
I'm Christina and I go by Chris sometimes. People call me Chris or Christy.
We also have a point on here that said we're very willing to die for one another, shown over and over again. And I think we've talked about that quite a bit. And then the other thing I wanted to say was that I have always really loved their intense middle school meet cute from the 90s anime, where they're like on the ship and like it's such a soap opera episode, and I mean that as a compliment. It's so melodramatic. And then you remember that they're supposed to be like in middle school. Haruka's there in her little middle school prom tuxedo.
We're like 16? How old were they? Like when they met? 16?
In that episode, they specifically talk about having met, because they're supposed to be in high school in S. And then they talk about having met before. And I think they specifically say it was like in middle school. They were like supposed to be like 8th graders, which is just when it comes to how old people are in Sailor Moon, it's very much don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Listen, as a teacher who teaches 7th and 8th graders, you telling me that they were in 8th grade is like,
oh no.
It's definitely fiction, because 8th graders are not as mature as they are being portrayed.
The Sailor Moon characters are like high schoolers and middle schoolers, in hard quotes. It's mostly just using that as a backdrop for the normal life part. You could retell the story and have them be adults and it would be the same. But I don't know, it's just to appeal to it's like a YA book. It's just meant to appeal to the young audience. So they're the age of the audience.
Yeah, because Makoto was living alone because her parents...
she's living alone in her own apartment. Both her parents are dead. She's definitely a minor. She's supposed to be like 14.
She's an 8th grader. She's an 8th grader.
She's an 8th grader. Yeah, they're 8th graders at the beginning.
Social services. Hello?
Yeah, she's not a ward of the state in any capacity. I don't know, maybe someone else more knowledgeable can comment on this, but like that is a common thing I've seen in anime where there's like a kind of like an emancipated teen who like lives on their own in an apartment. I've seen it in a couple things, not just Sailor Jupiter. It's like a trope. So I wonder if there's like tropes always have a degree of truth to them. So I wonder what Japanese law it's related to. What's the kernel of truth there? What's the real situation? Or is it purely fiction?
I hope it's somebody said definitely a trope. I hope it's a trope. I hope so.
Yeah, it's definitely a trope, but is it based on something real? Is my question.
Bueno.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, like that's real young to be on your own.
16, I get it. 16, like when Haruka and Michiru were talking, I don't know how old they were. I know they were like 16 or something like that. So if they're 16 and they're driving here in Puerto Rico, you can drive at 16. So that's fine.
Yeah.
And you can be emancipated at 16 if something horrible happens to your parents, and if you prove that you have maybe a part-time job, or you have at least an adult, some kind of adult that is not really your family that you can go to in case something happens. Like you can be emancipated. In Japan, wasn't there like episode where Haruka says, don't worry about it. How do you got your driver's license? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I got it overseas. Don't worry.
She says she got it overseas. Which
in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, which implies that she is at least 16. Because
Yes.
I think overseas, because I think you have to be 18 or 20 to drive in Japan. You have to be way older than in the US.
In my head, they were always like 20, 21 years old. Or at least 19 or 18 years old. That's the vibe that I got. Like they were at least college students. In my head, they were college students.
For a Western audience, I've always said if you look at the characters, just age them up by 2 years, and then they make sense for a Western audience. So like I think Haruka and Michiru are supposed to be like 16 or 17, or supposed to be 16 or 17, but to the way that as Westerners we would understand their character, if you think of them as 2 years older, so like 18 or 19, that makes them make much more sense.
Not only because of that, because the way that they act with each other, going back to them being a couple, they act like a married couple.
Oh, they do.
They act like a married couple that have been together for so many years that they understand each other. And we can maybe talk about the flirting, which was something that we were going to talk about.
Yeah, because I think we're getting into the relationship status. Yeah, so let's talk about how big of a flirt they both are.
But do you think that they sat down to talk to each other about that? Like, you are a flirt, I am a flirt. Let's use this superpower to get information out of people. Ooh. And do you think that they actually were like, yes, let's do it? Like, high-five each other. Maybe Haruka was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want you flirting. And she's like, bitch, you're always flirting. Like, why can't I do it?
That I could see that happening where Haruka's like, no, you can't flirt with Mamoru.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it when you flirt with Mamoru. Flirt with me. Flirt with me. Flirt with me.
I find it interesting that we never see their relationship like behind the scenes at all. We always see them out and about or talking about plot related stuff, but we never kind of see what do they talk about behind closed doors. Do they have an agreement that they're like, listen, I kind of hate when you flirt with other people, but it's also hot.
Like, I like watching you flirt with other people just because it gets me angry, and I know I can do something about it later on.
Yes!
Like, I can bring it up like, hey, I saw you flirting with Mamoru. Let's talk about it.
I think we need to have a discussion.
We need to have a discussion. Like, why don't you do that with me? Why don't you flirt the way that you flirted with him with me? And then maybe because I only saw them flirt. Wait, now I'm trying to remember. Did they flirt with anyone else?
She did first with Seiya.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Your reaction.
I
Oh my god.
erased that. I erased that from my memory. Oh yes, I remember. I remember that episode. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so my bullet point covering what you want to talk about was like they like to make each other jealous and angry is like a foreplay thing. It's sexy to
It is a foreplay thing. It is a foreplay thing. Because in my head, okay, listen, in my head, they are of age. Like they are 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on board.
I've never seen them like 16-year-old. Okay, so in my head, here's how it goes. They do the flirting thing, right? And like they come to an agreement. We're gonna use our flirting skills to get information out of people. And we are going to also use our flirting skills on each other because we have to practice, right? We have to practice in case we have to flirt with other people. But I think that it gets to a point that at least Michiru gets so angry at Haruka that they have hate sex at some point. That's my idea. They have hate sex, like the angry sex. That's what I think. Like that would be like really, really angry sex. Because I don't think Haruka is the dominant one in bed. I think she's totally the sub one. And I think Michiru is like the dumb one. Maybe they will switch once or twice, but I think that mostly at like 70% of the time, I think Michiru is the one that's dominating Haruka. Just
100%.
Correct.
Because she's scary. She's scary. Imagine her looking at Haruka, like with her very serious expression. Haruka might be fighting with her, saying a lot of shit, talking a lot of shit, but as soon as Michiru stops talking and stares at her, she was like,
Never mind.
okay, never mind, whatever you say. And she's like, fuck yeah, whatever I say. And then she will get like into her dominatrix kind of thing, like, kneel down, bitch. I'm going to tell you a couple of things now that you're quiet. That's my idea. That's my idea.
So yeah, my point was that their relationship is inarguably sexual. We like, even though there is nothing on screen, even in the manga, like some of the more sort of implicitly sexual things actually happen in the anime. But even in the manga, you understand that their relationship is sexual, which like it has such an intense sexual undertone. It made the cousins
very
thing
sexually charged. It's very sexually charged. Yes. And that's fine because if you're comfortable with someone, it's gonna get sexually charged at some point. Even if you're going to the park to see pigeons, it's gonna get sexually charged. And that episode, I loved it. First of all, the matching outfits.
So good. So good.
Matching outfits. They're out of work, like they have free time. Who the fuck goes like, hey, it's a Sunday. I want to go to the park. Let's get matching outfits. They get matching. Can you imagine the conversation? Let's get matching outfits. They go out, whatever happens with Seiya and Usagi, blah. And then the sexually charged, you see her, Michiru grabbing her arm, like janking her, like, let's go. Where are you taking me? Ah, shut up.
Oh, they definitely had.
Treat me
the need after
gently.
that.
I'll treat you gently later. I remember that conversation. When we are alone, I'll treat you however you want me. Oh, you want me to treat you like I'll treat you gently, but not now. I'm gonna treat you harshly. That's Dom energy right there.
It really is. Oh my god.
And oh my god, can I just say that I got like PTSD from the Seiya Michiru flirting?
Why?
Because okay, listen, I have nothing against Seiya. I actually love that character a lot. I shipped Usagi and Seiya more than I shipped Mamoru with her. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was like, oh, he's more age appropriate for her than Mamoru. Mamoru was like, I don't know, like in his doing his PhD. I don't even remember. He was old as fuck. Okay. So other than that, pushing that to the side, I got so angry when he was flirting with her. So angry. And I got even more angry when she flirted back. And I was like, in my head, I know she's doing this to get more information. Ay, but why are you doing it? Or why are you asking him to undress you? Why are you doing this? And then Haruka walks in. She's as angry as I am. Like, yeah, get angry. Tell her something. But she's not going to tell her anything. Because, sub energy. Anyways, closes the door. She tries to tell her something. Like, shh, undress me. Like, anyways, I have very strong emotions about that scene right there.
And they were late for the Yoma.
They were late and I read a fanfic about that scene specifically, explaining why they were late. I'm like, yeah, get it, girl.
Yeah, we all know why they were late.
We all know.
We all know why they were late. What could they possibly have been busy with?
No, it's the zipper got caught. That's why they were.
Yeah, and they had to unstick it for 15 to 30 minutes.
And that's quick for them.
Yeah.
That's quick. I can imagine them hearing the racket outside. Like, hurry up. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up because we have shit to do. I can just.
We have to. Can they survive on their own? No.
They can. So let's hurry up. Okay, fine.
I'm sorry. I was just very vividly imagining them up against the wall in the dressing room, and then through the wall you hear like Mars. Flame sniper! And they're like, okay, all right, hurry up. Come on.
Oh, no, somebody's like, oh shit, all 5 of them use their powers. You need to fucking hurry up.
We gotta go.
We have to go. It's our chance now. We haven't screamed out. We have screamed out, but not in that way. We need to get my powers going. Let's go.
Oh my god. I love them so much.
Yeah, I think that also ties into their relationship is intense.
It's very intense, and I fucking love it. I live for it. Again, I remember I talked to you about that scene where Haruka is hanging from a ceiling, and Michiru is holding on to her.
Yes.
Like, hey, you're heavier. And like, I'm not gonna listen to this kind of talk outside of bed. I'm like, girl, what? I remember as a kid going, oh my god, you've done the scene. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god. That's when I started getting into fanfic. I need to know who has thought of this conversation. Let's go and let's find it. Yes. Thank God for fanfic.
No, thank God for fanfic. I would never have known you without fanfic. And for those who are just tuning in who've never seen the first episode, I have been reading Cece's fanfic since high school. And now I read her real books, and it's so wonderful because I just get to keep reading, and like all the books are absolutely freaking fantastic, and we're gonna talk and plug them definitely at the end. But it's just, I think we figured out it's been about 20 years I've been reading your work.
It's been a while. In Puerto Rico, we say when a long time has passed, we say ha llovido, which means it's been raining. It's been a long time. I didn't figure it out until I was talking to you. Also, when that thing happened, I was like, it's been 20 years.
And I've been loyal since then.
This is what I have for you.
I love you.
The other 2 points that I had under their relationship is both that they truly understand each other on a deep level, truly just matching each other's freak at every point.
Yeah.
And that they are committed, and that they are committed and loving. Despite all of this, it is a committed and loving relationship between 2 people who just get each other.
They do everything that they do it out of love for each other. Like every single thing. They do it out of love for each other. And I'm sure I would have loved to have a spin-off of those 2. Remember that in the last episode I was here, we talked about this movie that never came to be.
Yeah, we did a whole episode on that.
Yep.
It was supposed to be the Uranus and Neptune movie, and so we got a movie about Chippy Moon. But I
remember, I would have loved to see a spin-off of them too. Not only that episode about the puppet episode, an episode of them fighting together without the other girls, have a moment of where they would talk to each other about, hey, listen, I know that if things go rough, just go on without me. I would have loved to see the point of view of at least one of them thinking after that conversation. What went through their head after that conversation of, if things go horrible, I want you to just stick to the mission. I really believe Haruka always in her mind was like, nope, No. Michiru probably went like, yes, but really, really in the back of her head, she was like, they already died. They found each other again in this lifetime. Do they really want to go through that shit of having to find each other again? I know they. No. Yes, it's going to be over and over again. But I would have given my right arm just to have Haruka have this inner monologue about how much she cares about Michiru, how much she knows that she fucks up sometimes, but at the same time it's because she loves her and she cares that she doesn't die during a mission. And we had that in the episodes before, in the fight of the cathedral, where they're like doing the hand thingy. But I would have loved to see more, especially that moment when Michiru sacrifices herself and she gets her heart crystal taken out. Haruka's face in that moment, oh, heartbreaking, completely and utterly heartbreaking. And again, back to the headcanon. I think it's because she's having PTSD, like, shit, it is happening again. She's the first one to go.
Oh, yeah.
She's the first one to go. Fuck, I have to go through this fucking heartache all over again. And I think that would have been, I mean, Haruka Michiru are a lot of people's favorite space lesbians. Let's be honest. The coolest characters in Sailor Moon, one of the coolest characters. We have a lot of people that love them. Why not give us that? Give us this little inner monologue of maybe Haruka. If you don't want to do both, maybe Haruka. Because I really want to get through this very tough, very I got my shit together character. Let me see how she feels when she sees Michiru fight him. Let me see how she feels when she knows that Michiru is going to sacrifice herself and her inner no, please don't do it, please don't do it, please don't do it, or shit, I have to do something before she does what she said she was gonna do because of the mission. Oh yeah. Nah. That's just me hoping, but
no, I would literally pay any amount of money for the after scene of the Marine Cathedral. I would pay any amount of money for Narco to write that.
At least a chapter. We're not asking for a lot. Just a chapter. Just
a little one.
Oh my god. I mean, I can imagine it right now. My brain is braining Haruka in this quiet moment in the apartment. I don't know, falling to her knees and bawling. You know, she's always holding things together and she starts crying or something like that. Or like, oh my god, I almost lost you. I almost lost you. Like I was going through this again, and just Michiru petting her head because Michiru, I think she's not the most mature one. I would like to think that she is, but she's just petting her. Like, it's okay. I'm here. Nothing happened. We won at the end. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. That's just.
I always wondered.
And then they have like epic sex, and then
Oh, yeah. That's a given.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, I always wondered if Haruka would have been angry after that scene at Michiru sacrificing herself.
I think she would have been pissed, but I think the emotion, the relief of having her, of not losing her, would have been way stronger than the anger she would have felt.
That's fair.
What do you guys think?
What do you think, Monica?
So I got briefly distracted by Max.
That's her cat, by the way.
That's my cat, yeah. What are you doing? Buddy, what are you doing? What are you chasing? Is there a bug? You chasing something? You want to come say hi?
Mine is right here. I'm petting him right now.
Okay. Here he is.
Oh, we gonna show cats? Okay.
Luna!
Cat time!
Luna!
This is Steady Jackie.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you mío. A little shadow. I love her.
He is. She's a little diva.
Oh, mine is a chaotic gremlin. That's all I can say.
Mine does that while I stream.
Yeah, I don't know if angry is the right word. I think you're right about the relief would be a greater thing. I think if she was angry, it would be, don't you ever sacrifice yourself for me again.
Mm-hmm.
No more dying without me.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, what if that conversation actually happened and that's why they died together in Sailor Stars?
Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
Oh my god.
They're like, Pinky promised that you will never die without me ever again.
So when it came time and stars, they were like, all
right, remember the promise.
Yes.
And they do their shit together. Oh my god, I cried so much in that episode of Sailor Stars. Are you fucking kidding me? Am I really gonna get my space lesbians? Like, they're really gonna kill the gays like they always do? I hope not. But no, they came back naked, floating around, just
Because
very
why
Sailor
not?
Moonish, very
Very
Sailor
Sailor
Moonish.
Moon.
Everyone's naked and floating.
Oh my god. Yeah, for some reason Naoko did do that a lot.
What I heard was that so she really wanted the story to end after the first arc, and she wanted to just kill off everybody and have the downer ending. And they were like, "This is a shoujo manga. You can't do that." And she was like, "Okay, fuck you," and then killed them all and brought them back, and then did it over and over again. Now, I
Right?
don't know if
Everyone
that's
dies all the time.
yeah, everyone dies all the time. I know I don't know if that's strictly true, but that's the story I heard, and it feels believable.
I think that, well, they saw how popular it was that they were
Yeah.
like, just give us more. Don't kill them.
Yeah, yeah. Also, it was
Give us
like
more.
super. It was also super popular, and the editors of the magazine it was being published in were like, "No, you have to write more."
Mhm.
And we got 5 arcs out of it.
Hell,
And I'm glad it didn't end after the first season. The first
Ah,
arc.
yes, because we wouldn't have our girlies.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had our girlies. I do remember there being remember reading in one of those translated behind the scenes author note things in one of the old versions of the manga I had that was like Haruka and Michiru came about because she was like in a magazine shop and saw a cover with this glamorous couple on it, and she was like, "I'll just make them both women."
Why not?
Why not?
I find it fascinating that Japanese, although is very conservative, they're so open about this kind of representation.
they
And
are.
and then it moves into the United States. It's like, now censorship, censor everything. I'm like, and we really this is the couple that I truly believe that encompasses, so it brings together the idea that representation actually really, really fucking matters. Because a lot of people came out as queer after realizing, like me, like, wait, this is an option. There's not an option, but this actually happens, or you can actually be attracted to this kind of thing, and I'm really happy about it.
No, it was honestly revolutionary in a way.
Yeah, and for being something from the early to mid 90s.
Yeah, oh my god, the
Which
90s.
is crazy.
Which is crazy because I remember watching Xena, Warrior
Xena,
Princess,
yeah.
Xena, Warrior Princess, and be like, the thing is, my mom used to watch it. I remember, listen, this is another core memory. I slept, okay, I live in a 2-bedroom house with my mom and my brother, right? So my brother had his own bedroom, and I didn't have my own bedroom until I was 6. And I remember that I was sleeping in the same bed with my mother, and she would turn on the TV and she would watch TV. And she was watching Hercules, like from the 90s, and Xena Warrior Princess. And I remember I was 6 years old watching Xena. I was like, this lady is beautiful. Who is she? And then her friendship with Gabriel and all that. And I remember telling my mom, come, okay. I was like, are they friends? And she was like, sure, these friends. And then the last episode happened where they kissed, right? I don't remember if you know this. And I was, yeah, they kissed. They were like this magic.
Oh, yeah. Xena and what's her name? Gabriella.
Yeah, they kissed. And I was like, Mom, they kissed. Are they really friends? And my mom was like, sure. I mean, you kiss your friends on the cheek. I'm like, yeah, Mom, but they're kissing each other on the lips. I'm like, she was gonna kiss her chick and it kind of slipped and it landed on the lip. It's not like that, Nana. You're just thinking about. My mom was really worried I was like a full-on lesbian as a little kid, and she was very worried. And then when I came out as bisexual to her, I told her it was your fault for watching Xena Warrior Princess at 11, at 11 late in the afternoon, and I was watching it. I was like, I got a little sore because of the don't tell me. Yeah, I loved it. And then came Sailor Moon, then came Haruka Michiro. I was like, so this is real. Mom was lying. They're not really friends or cousins. They're a couple.
No, I distinctly remember, just to bounce off that, when I was 8, I had two revolutionary things happened. I remember I watched Mulan, who was my first Disney crush.
Ah, Mulan, yes.
And then I think that was the year I discovered Sailor Moon.
I discovered Sailor Moon when I was in 5th grade, I think. I was like 10? 10?
You were little.
I was a baby. Yes, I was really young. I was a little kid. And I remember watching it. And I just loved it because I was watching it when Toonami was airing it.
Oh, wow.
So I would watch that and I would watch Dragon Ball Z.
Same.
And I loved Chi-Chi and Goku's dynamic for some reason. I loved it. He was so dumb. I loved him. And she was like, always like, "Oh." And then I love Vegeta and Bulma, which is another dynamic. I love them.
They're so good. I love Vegeta and Bulma.
I love Vegeta and Bulma. But then with Sailor Moon, I was like, I love. Wait, my cat is playing with the sword. Okay. I love. Yeah, he was like grabbing the strap. Wait, get away. I love Mamoru and Usagi because I really loved them. They were cute, but he's too old for you. Even as a kid, I was like, he's too old for you, but okay, fine. What are you doing sleeping in his bed? Okay, don't worry about it.
It's so gross that they made him a college student in the anime when in the manga he's older than her, but 3 years older than her.
I don't remember how old he was. I know he was way too old.
He's only 3 years older than her in the manga. Like,
I didn't know.
He's not like this weird predatory adult who's constantly beefing with a middle schooler. He's like he's like the older kid in the neighborhood. They're only 3 years apart. It's much more age appropriate. They're both kind of in the same school, like in the same school system. It's not
like maybe he was in 8th grade, he was in 11th, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think he's supposed to be like 17-ish.
So
thank
like,
you.
Yeah, see, somebody said.
Okay, 14 and 16, all right.
Yeah, that's appropriate. I mean,
yeah,
that's appropriate.
2 years isn't that weird.
No, but then an 8th grader with a college student, yeah, no.
Why did, like, it's weird. Why did you... And it's not that their age difference wasn't already established. We know that they're like only 2 years apart from the first volume of the manga. And so it's real weird and gross that the 90s anime made that choice.
It was. That's why when Sailor Star, by the way, Sailor Star never aired in Puerto Rico either. I had to, like, a friend of mine gave me the tapes to watch it. And
damn.
If you think censorship in the United States is one thing, censorship in Puerto Rico, where everything is del diablo, from the devil, everything is demonic and all. In Puerto Rico, they tried to cancel Pokemon.
What?
Because they tried to cancel. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to tell you the things that they wanted to cancel. They wanted to cancel Pokemon. They wanted to cancel the Smurf. And they wanted to cancel Hello Kitty.
What? Why Hello Kitty? Why is Hello Kitty catching a stray?
Everything was demonic in Puerto Rico. Everything is demonic in Puerto Rico. But anyways, what was I talking about?
Age gap.
Okay, the age gap, yes. So that's why when Sailor Stars happened and I saw Seiya, I was like, he's annoying as fuck, but he's more age appropriate to her. He was a little bit toxic. I cannot get my mind out of the scene where he tells her, am I good enough?
I know, and we had somebody on that broke down why that was so depressing.
Yeah, because... I mean, yes, I get it. Like, I get that how he felt, but I think he was putting a lot of pressure on her. Like, love me, I am enough, or am I not? That kind of messed me up. So even though I still like him I like them with Usagi, no sé, I was still like, I'm still on the fence about it. But I would rather have Seiya and Usagi because of the age gap. But then again, I read the manga. I was like, okay, this is not that bad. Okay. And he truly loves her and doesn't treat her as badly as he did in the anime. He was kind of like bullying her all the time.
He was a little bit of a bully.
Okay. And Haruka Michiru are not, well, they bully each other, but it's all fun and games. And it's just to add spice to the relationship. And I don't know. I'd rather have Haruka Michiru. I need a spin-off of Haruka Michiru. That's all I want.
We just watched the S movie, and I think we were talking about how I would love to see more movies The musicals are out here doing all these interesting one-offs. They're all these standalone, interesting adventures that use the cast in interesting ways. And I would love to see more just one-off Sailor Moon movies. Adapt the musicals into animated shows or whatever.
People will,
And
people will watch
people will watch
so.
it. Yeah, it's a beloved franchise internationally. People will turn out for it.
I remember when Netflix announced that they were gonna do the specials, like the last Sailor Stars, whatever. Everyone was very excited about it. I was super excited about it. I remember staying up all night to watch it. So I don't know why. They give us what we want.
We're here. We have adult money.
We have
Yeah.
adult money. I promise everything will be fine. You get your money. Just give me my Haruka. Can I just get a Haruka Michiru on-screen kiss?
Oh,
Oh,
please.
That's all I'm asking. It doesn't have to be like super slobbery. French. No, a peck on the lips as a good morning after the morning after kind of thing. Just give me. I'm not asking. That's not asking for a lot.
I'm sorry, you show Mamoru and Usagi in bed together with Mamoru with no shirt. You could at least show Haruka and Michiru in bed together.
Like with the covers up to here, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. A little bit of this and this.
Welcome back for the second half of Eternal Mooncast, Season 5, Episode 5, the most powerful love story in Sailor Moon, aka Uranus and Neptune.
That's
and we
our
stand
girl.
on that.
Yep.
The best love story in the entire anime.
Yep, and if you don't agree, feel free to jump in the comments, but that's our stance.
But you're wrong.
Oh my gosh. All right, so let's get into it. So we discussed the characters themselves, their enduring love, their relationship, and let's talk about how they're written, which I believe, CC, this will probably be your...
Yeah, we can take it away. You can take it away.
Like, how were they written? I think they were written. I think I heard in some interview that they made to the creator that they are basically a married couple, and we can see that so very well done. Specifically when they were like when they adopted Hotaru, and you could see the dynamic. Fuck gender roles, I get it, but you could see the dynamic. The masculine woman is the one that is playing around with the kid, while there's the other two feminine girls are like teaching her the ropes of art and dressing her and all that. But I do believe that they are a married couple. Me being married for 11 years, I can see the dynamic is there. And I love the playfulness. I love the way that they're always getting on each other's nerves, but that's how they deal. That's how they roll. I think that's their love language, right? And what is their love language is definitely touching each other. We can see it all the time. The
Touch
hand
is
thing.
definitely one.
The hand thing. I think that Michiru also leans a lot in acts of service. If you think about that 1-star episode where Haruka's car is not working and she's willing to give her coffee or something like that just to calm her down. I think it was that, yeah, that she was offering, oh, we're out of coffee. We need to go back. I was going to give you coffee so you can relax. So acts of service is also one. Definitely acts of service in the other.
In the way we all know.
The way I've written about it for years. But yeah, I think that's the way that they were written. The whole soulmate thing. I cannot get my mind over that. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. I think that's the most beautiful thing that they have, this whole soulmate thing, and that they keep finding each other and because sometimes if you think about soulmate trope, oh, okay, so if we die, we find each other again. But they enjoy so much being with one another all the fucking time. And it's just like they don't get tired of each other at all. Because when do we see them without each other? Maybe because they have to go and investigate something and I have to do it alone.
Like sometimes they split up.
Yeah, they will split up, but do they want to split up?
Really. Yeah, that's my first bullet point under here was that the fact that they will stay together is never, whether or not they will break up is never the question.
It's
They're
never
together.
good.
They are married. They are committed. They are together for life. They don't even like to be apart from each other in the short term.
No. And if they are going to be apart, it's going to be apart from the other group, and it's because maybe they need a vacation from them.
From
Because,
the
you know,
others.
yeah, oh yeah, they need some alone time and they need to get away from them. And
Yes.
also their family, how they deal as a family with things. They're always touching on one another, like leaning against one another. It's just such a married thing to do. Like,
They are so touchy-feely. It's so cute.
yeah, because again, I do believe their love language is physical contact, obviously, and
Obviously.
but it's not always a sexual touch. I've always I was obsessed with Sailor Moon. I will rewatch it so many times, and especially those little moments. Since we never got the kiss, I will rewind all those small hand gestures, hold that touching that you couldn't really pick up on if you weren't really paying attention. And not most of them weren't actually something that I would say was sexually charged, but they were like, you know, I'm here, just so you know, I'm here. Those kind of touches that to remind the other person, I'm here. I know you're not feeling 100%, but I'm here. So yeah, I think that the way that they were written is way more mature than they want to portray it. Also, I don't know. I think their frontal lobe was developed in my head. Their frontal lobe was developed. They weren't kids. Kids don't act like that. I can tell you for real, as a teacher, they do not. Their kids do not act like this at all, or have any train of thought like they do. So, yeah. What do you guys think?
I can't disagree with any of what you just said. Nailed it. Let's see if I have anything else to add on to or to jump off from. When we brought up like the being together as a family, can we also talk about how they're like very clearly in a polycule with Setsuna?
I am okay. How do I say this? I love her. I'm a Setsuna stan. I got so angry when they say that Pluto wasn't a planet. I was so angry. But at the same time, like, girl, get away. I want my lesbians. I don't want you get away. But then again, like, I get it. They're a family, but
These I don't know if they are all wearing promise rings. There's one part where they all kiss them together. It's but I've always read Setsuna being, if she is in a, like, it's just strongly implied that she is also in that relationship with them. But I've also read Setsuna also as an asexual character, so it's like these two lesbians and their asexual bestie who lives with them.
Oh my god!
And they're like, they like love her too, but she's not part of the inherently sexual relationship.
no, she's just there like, hey, I'm here. Come on, okay, like morally support you guys in whatever you need. But don't touch me, please, because I'm not.
There's a funny meme I saw that was like two lesbians and the ace guy who is also here. And it's like, that's them. These two lesbians and the ace guy who's also here.
And she was also way older than them, right? Something like no one was making fun of her.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a little older than them, but also she's like an immortal demigod.
Someone said when we get to Sailor Stars, I have a deep dive on the moment when Uranus chooses to give her starseed to Galaxia, and all the soul stories telling that happens in the way that scene is shot.
Ooh.
We can get to that.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that so that I know what you're talking about, because I will probably also have some thoughts too. Speaking of a throuple, Galaxia was in on that.
I remember you killed Cece last time.
No! Oh my god.
You know, she was like, both of you, huh?
Let me see. No, I refuse. I cannot, like, I saw so many fanfics that are shipping Haruka with Usagi, and I refuse to read them. I could not read them at all. I have friends like, here, it's amazing. I'm like, no, I refuse. No, I don't wanna. But then you said the Galaxia thing, I'm like,
you're like, well.
It's like the meme, the girl drank the thing, it was like, fun, baby.
Yeah, I'm not super here for Usagi and Haruka either. I feel like also the context of their relationship is pretty clear. Like in both the manga and the anime, we kind of know how they feel about each other. And the Usagi, like, or not Usagi, Haruka loves to flirt with her because it's fun. But like she thinks of Usagi as her dear friend who she has to protect. It's her princess. She's dedicated to her. She does think she's cute. But
yes, that everyone's a little gay.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
So
everyone's a little gay in everyone is a little gay in Sailor Moon.
it's like, of course Usagi is gonna be attracted. Of course, who's not attracted to fucking Haruka Tenno? Look at her. But then again, I know. I also, yeah, and Setsuna. And the thing is that I get it, and I see this as a writer. I can see it. I can see this whole Haruka being her champion, giving her life for the princess and all that, and Usagi being very into that. But and you can mix it up a little bit, but no, I don't know. There's something about it, and also I hate it. Again, I have to say it, Seiya and Michiru. No, I just can't. I can't.
I found the image that I've been looking for the past 10 minutes. I gotta show you both this.
Oh god, let me put my glasses on. What is? I remember this.
It says, "I live for small lady." Why is
Oh
it
my god.
Is it doujinshi, right?
I think so. I found it on Tumblr, God knows when.
Because I think I remember this. They were really getting it. I think I read this.
I feel like that's their whole relationship. She's constantly walking in the living room and being like, "Come on."
Or maybe not even reacting at all. She's like, "Hey, dinner's on the table," and she just keeps on walking.
I brought pizza.
I brought pizza and beer if you want some, and just keeps walking and covering Hotaru's face. Coming like, "Come on, sweetie." That's how I see it.
I just thought, I remember you guys talking about it just made me remember that, and I was like, wait a minute, I know the perfect comic for this.
Yeah, it is perfect. I've always really liked the way they're written as these glamorous, rich, sexy, mysterious adults. Don't you just want to be them? They're so cool. It's not just... I think this will probably tie in when we talk about queer representation and stuff. It's not just that they were like this cool, loving and supportive queer couple. It's also that they were like rich and famous, glamorous and sexy.
They're living the life. They're living the life. They have fans also.
Yeah.
You know, that part where Michiru gets a fan coming up to her and Haruka is like pulling her in. She's my woman. No,
I love that moment.
Yeah, pulling up so fast, being like, "This is my girlfriend."
Hi. And she's like showing the ring. Not yours. Bye.
Mine. You know that they both love doing that. You know they love doing that.
And I'm sure that Michiru is the kind of person that if some girl is flirting with Haruka, she will walk by and grab her ass. Grab Haruka's ass.
No doubt.
Yeah, she will grab her ass and be like,
The outer senshi is literally a married lesbian couple and their asexual life partner. So true.
It is true.
If it wasn't this economy, I will get it. Like you cannot have a house with one income, so you need 3 incomes, so you need somebody else to help out. So I get it.
Yep. And then let's see. But you know what I think is one of my favorite moments is in this S movie when they're attacked in the cafe and Haruka just gently grabs Michiru out of the way.
Yes. Oh my god, I forgot about that. It's been so long since I watched the movies. What movie was it that they're fighting, that they're about to fight? They have their moment, they just appeared, and Haruka is standing, so you're giving her speech, and then something like, "Oh, how can you want kids to be kids forever, blah, blah, blah." And Neptune is like, "Yeah, there are fun things to do as adults."
And then just stares directly ahead. It's a Supers movie.
Stop it, girl. Yes. That's the thing that I love about them. Like, they're always so playful with each other. She knows how to push her button. She knows how to get Haruka to blush or to
Be like,
get a look or like,
whoa.
Like, not here, sweet cakes. Don't say it in front of the kids.
Yeah, Michiru is the one she will slide that in.
Oh yeah, Michiru is way more forward with her, which is one of the things that I love about her character. That she's always, if there's someone who's saying something horny to the other one in public, it is
It will be-
almost always Michiru.
It's always Michiru because Haruka
Yeah.
has to be the serious one here, but then Michiru is like, haha, penis or something like that. Like in front of her. She will be the horny one. But
She would
horny in a very elegant way. She was
Yeah,
always
never in a crass way.
No, she's always gonna
No.
be elegant or stubbornly.
Yeah, I'll be gentle with you later.
I think that she also enjoys making her feel uncomfortable in front of other people. Because it's always in front of other people.
Other people, yeah.
And I love that about her. I'm gonna make her feel uncomfortable because I know as soon as we have our alone time, all hell's gonna break loose. She's gonna get angry at me possibly, and I'm going to enjoy every second of it.
So go on a little journey with me here. One of the things that I read into Haruka's character, especially in the 90s anime, is that she's really depressed. She is constantly checking out. She doesn't really like the things she's doing. She nearly runs Sailor Jupiter over with her car or with her motorcycle because she was dissociating behind the wheel. She's always talking about running herself. She wants to become the wind. Haruka's dissociating a lot. She's in her own head, like God knows where. And sometimes I think Michiru sees her being checked out and then is like, I know how to bring her back to the present.
I like that. Yeah,
I'm gonna flirt with her right now because I'm gonna snap her out of that depressive episode and like override that anhedonia with something horny, with paying attention to me, with reminding her that I love her and that I'm going to dom her later.
Yeah, and also, girl, don't be depressed. I'm right here.
I'm right here. Yeah.
If you're gonna be sad, I would rather have you be horny than sad. And maybe if you want to be sad, we'll be sad together, but not right now. Let me just snap you back.
Let me just snap you out of it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think that it works for them, and I think maybe they even had to talk about it. Like, hey, if you see me doing that, what you said, I don't know how to say that word in English. I would rather you snap me back into place. Haruka's always inside her own head. But even though, do you remember when Michiru was also inside her own head and Haruka was bringing her back in that scene on the pool?
Yeah, she's like, don't go places I can't go.
Exactly. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she does that because they had an agreement. Let's pull each other back.
Yeah,
that's so beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Let's bring each other back. I know that our mission is super scary, but let's be each other's step. The one thing that pulls us back to the moment. Oh, that's beautiful. Stop. That's beautiful. I love them. See, this is what I mean. There's those little things is what makes them the best couple ever. And I will fight whoever says otherwise.
Agreed.
Oh, we have a lot of comments here.
Oh, yeah. Here, let's go into Ura's comments. Let's see. Ura says, so, for most of the series, Haruka is following Michiru's lead. The entire Deathbuster arc, Michiru is leading Haruka. Michiru awakes before Haruka and everything as we see in their flashback episode.
It's true.
So when we get to Stars, they're losing against Galaxia, and Haruka says, so if I wear those bracelets, I can still fight? And then looks back to Michiru like, are you with me? And you see Michiru's expression shift from apprehension to understanding. She is going to let Haruka take the lead. Oh my God.
For the first time ever? I don't know, maybe. Maybe outside the bed. Headcanon, Haruka was a virgin when she first started with Michiru. Michiru had possibly messed around a little bit. I don't know. That's in my headcanon. I'm not sure.
Oh, so I'm sorry, my children are fighting. We thought it was going to be one of yours. It's mine.
Oh, I don't even know where mine is. No, they're not here. They're probably in the living room.
Naboo, why are you being bad?
Why not, Mom?
His poor sister. But yeah, I agree.
You agree that she was a virgin when she first started with Michiru?
Michiru, I could see having experience. Haruka, I can't.
Yeah, and I love that that some people would think otherwise.
Oh, the opposite?
Yeah, because Haruka is so charismatic. And everyone was just like, whenever they see her. Everyone, the inners are all like, she's so hot. This first second they see Monica, they're like, oh, she understands that she's hot and it has an effect on women. She is fully aware of the effect she has on women. But I don't know, it sort of ties into the being depressed and outrunning herself thing that I definitely can see her not ever wanting to commit to someone because she doesn't want to, because isn't experiencing pleasure right now.
Yeah.
She's caught in that depression spiral, and it's not really until Michiru comes around that that's my soulmate, that's my other half. This is the person who completes me.
I would have loved to see also a spin-off where they are like, let's say in high school.
Mm-hmm.
They have nothing to do with, they have no mission, just to be regular teenagers. And I can just imagine their meet cute going like we saw in the anime. But Haruka was flirting with her, and then suddenly she flirts back, and Haruka has no idea what the fuck to do afterwards because maybe she was used to everyone going like, oh, she's so hot, oh my god, but then she gets the same energy back, and she's like, oh shit, I don't know what to do or say because I never thought it would get this far. Like, I don't know, I see it like that. I'm gonna write that.
Go for it.
The pets. I'm gonna write that.
Do it. I know Naboo is a loudmouth. Max
He
Cam.
does want to come say hello again. Here's Max.
Oh,
He's
Here's
such
my
a good
little guy.
boy.
He is such a good. He's a little bastard, but he is also such a good boy.
Shall we get into what makes him so memorable?
Yeah.
Yes.
Max, who do you like more, Uranus or Neptune? Both of them, huh? Okay. What a non-controversial answer.
I cannot choose between the two.
I know. It's funny. Somebody's like, everybody has two favorite Sailor Scouts. And I'm like, no, I don't. And then they're like, you're in love with your other one. I'm like, oh. I get it. Maybe.
Okay, what makes them so memorable? First of all, I think the whole I will burn this fucking world for you is the one thing that will make them memorable, especially since this is children's cartoon and they are trying to show, no, that's not the way to go. The way to go is this way. She is trying to save the child, even though the child is gonna fuck up the world. Sailor Moon is gonna save the child. And Haruka and Michiru are like, fuck that kid. We want to kill him. And I think that makes them memorable because they are not afraid to be the villain, even if it means saving the entire world. But also at the same time, we want to save the entire world because we are in it as a couple. Yes, a world without Haruka isn't worth saving. So that's the main reason why I think they're so memorable. They're not fighting to keep the world order. They're trying to save it because they are in it. That's the reason why they're so memorable. And also showing how a relationship can be so healthy. And not only is it healthy, it's a queer relationship. Look,
Yes.
That's my first point.
Exactly. It's not, we have the best relationship and it's a queer relationship. And they don't even get to kiss. They don't even they hold hands. Wait, they do hold hands.
They do hold hands. They hold hands.
But
they hold hands and they hold each other.
Yes,
Like,
they hold
arms
each other a
around
lot. Yeah, that's true. But we don't even get a kiss. We didn't get a kiss. And we know that they are the best couple in the entire series.
They'd have the best kiss. It'd be like Princess Bride level kiss.
I struggle to think of other series, even into the modern day, in the same style, aimed at the same age group, that has another queer couple so loving and supportive. I think to get the next set of cool, interesting, and textured queer characters, especially queer women, we have to go as far into the future as Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Like, apparently Precure is full of gay girls, but I have not watched too much of that.
There's a canon one.
Okay.
And they're kind of Haruka and Michiru coded.
Okay.
Like, go ahead.
I'm sorry. There's another couple that I've seen that I've sat down and see animated. It's the girls from Hazbin Hotel. Charlie, if you haven't seen Hazbin Hotel, I like it. I know it has some controversy and whatnot, but I've seen it, and there's the main character who's Charlie, who's literally the daughter of the devil, of Lucifer, and Vaggie. Her name was supposed to be Vagina, but they changed it up to Vaggie. Vaggie. Well, I don't know. I don't remember how it's pronounced. Vaggie. Let's say Vaggie because Vaggie sounds like little vagina. Vaggie and Charlie are a queer couple. They are like a fan for femme couple. And honestly, I feel like after Haruka and Mishiru, they're like one of the less toxic and very, very healthy relationship in today's modern media going around. So if you haven't watched it, I really recommend you watch it because it's nice. The show can be a little bit overstimulating, but they as a couple, they're shown to be so nice and I like it. I'm not as obsessed as I was with Haruka and Mishiru, but they're still a nice couple.
Cool.
And yeah, so I recommend that.
Also, for our audience who will eventually be listening to this on YouTube, if you have recommendations for other shows with really cool, healthy, queer lesbians in it, put them in the comments.
Yes, please, because we need more of those. Which is one of the reasons. This is one of the reasons why I started writing that kind of relationship because I've never seen it other than Haruka Michiru. I don't see. I when I was growing up. Now we can see it,
same.
but when I was growing up, I could never read anything about queer couples. I'm a bisexual. I was so tired already of masculine, of men, female, men, and women. And not only that, the boy love industry, like I like to call it, there's so much about it. I'm like, but what about girls?
Like, what about women? Yeah, I feel exactly the same way. Also,
I don't have one. I need one. I have the tiny little flag going right.
All right, are you guys ready for me to show you the pre-cure lesbians?
Show me the pre-cure lesbians, please.
Okay, tell me this isn't Haruka and Michiru coded.
Please.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Are
color
you
swapped, but yeah.
And then let me show you.
Oh, they're adorable. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Which pre-cure is this from?
This is called Pre-Cure a la mode, and it's a baking themed pre-cure, but like
adorable.
But look, they have cute little Halloween outfits.
They're so cute. Okay, maybe I have to watch this now.
It's only in Japanese. It's never been dubbed. I'm so mad about it. And then let me show you the really gay attack.
Okay, show me the really gay attack.
The really gay attack.
It's a chocolate macaron.
It is hilarious. And I love it.
It's actually really cute. They get together in the series. The girls that is actually aimed at a really young demographic, so I was like shook.
Yeah, Pre-Cure is for kids.
Yeah,
it's for kids. Not Sailor Moon's kind of aimed at teenagers. It's sort of more like YA. It's sort of like teenagers and young adults. But Pre-Cure is for kids, which is one of the reasons I haven't super gotten into it. But if it's for kids and it's gay, then I have to change my mind, I think.
Yeah, you got to watch Pre-Cure a la mode.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
If you can't, we'll watch it together. I have a copy.
Okay.
I have no idea of any new anime going around, and I'm so sorry. I just don't have any idea.
I just had to show you that Haruka and Michiru are still living on.
I know. I think they are the base to all of this. They crawled because they couldn't even kiss. So characters like Korra and Katadora from She-Ra and all of this could run. Because I remember I was so excited when I started watching She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. And I was watching it. Every time they were like up. How do you say this? Ay, Dios mío. Anyways, when they came out, like when the episodes came out, I was like watching it right there, and I was like, will they not? This is a kids show. Will they make them get together? And at the end, when they kissed, I remember watching it with my husband, and I was like, and he was like, I'm like, they kissed. Two girls, they kissed in a very famous animated show that is for kids. And he was like, right. I'm like, you have no idea how big this is.
I love that.
There are 49 episodes of Pre-Cure a la mode.
Yes, there are, and I've seen them all. And it's really gay.
And they're all in Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh. But no subtitles though?
No, there are subtitles.
Ah, okay. Then yes. I was like,
but if you try to get it on Netflix Japan, you can't get subtitles. I've tried.
Ah, okay. I'll do my thing to get it.
It's good. It's so good because it Kira Macaron is very Michiru coded in that she has this, I'm not gonna spoil it, but she has a very introspective episode and it's like all about her self-hatred and it's so interesting.
Oh.
It's like they took what they did in the 90s and they improved upon it.
Because they need to do it. Times are changing and they need to get with the program.
For sure. And then Lady Chappelle, hey Lady Chappelle, said there's also Strawberry Panic. A Shizuka X Nagisa moment. Strawberry Panic came out in the 2000s only in Japanese. So another only in Japanese. I guess that makes sense they wouldn't dub Precure all the mode because it is really gay, and if they're trying to aim it at kids,
What was
America's
that
playing
anime?
right.
What was that anime where there was this girl with pink hair? It was also kind of jewelry. I don't remember. At the end, they turned into a car, something like that. I don't remember.
Utena!
Gosh, you're watching it now?
There you go. Thank you. Oh my god, I was struggling with that one. Yes, that one. That wasn't that the movie that they made so they wouldn't make? There you go.
It's the same director, Ikuhara.
What was the reason they never made the Haruka Michiru movie? What was the reason? They never said.
They never said. They just went in a different direction. They went in a Chibi Moon direction.
Remember when I said that there was characters that I didn't really like?
It is our year of Chibi Moon here. That's why everything's pink and red.
I know, but it's okay.
It's still a cute aesthetic.
Okay.
I love her more in the S season than I do in R. In R, I hated her.
Look, somebody agrees with me.
Lily!
I don't. It's just that she's slightly annoying, but I get that she was needed for character development and all that. I get it, but it's like, see, Revolutionary Girl Utena is so good. I remember watching that at 3 a.m. in the morning, and when they transform into the car and kiss or whatever, I don't even remember. I was like,
that's the movie.
The movie, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, why did they turn into a car? I couldn't I don't know. Maybe I was too tired to understand.
No, right? It was a hell of a movie. No, and have you ever seen Ikuhara's other work, Yuri Kuma Arashi?
No.
It literally translates to lesbian bear storm. And it is by far the gayest anime I have ever seen in my entire life. Even gayer than Sailor Moon.
Then it's very gay.
Yeah, I'll show you the trailer after we're done, but it is so good. It is 12 episodes. It's a Madoka level story.
Okay, I can watch it. It's only 12 episodes. I can squeeze
only 12 episodes. Yeah, and it's the girl. Basically, if you're a bear, because they have bear girls, because bears eat girls. So if you're a bear, you're a lesbian.
Yeah, you know how it goes. If you're a bear, you're a lesbian.
I guess.
I'm badly explaining it, but it's a fantastic series.
I'll watch it. Eventually I will, because if you're a bear, okay, got it. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Trust me, it's worth the watch.
Okay. And where can I watch it? Where can I watch that one?
I have it on Blu-ray. It was not popular, but it did get a dub.
I'll find it eventually. If you can tell me where I can watch it, and I don't have to do the things that I have to do to watch it, then that will be even better.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Given the time, we can talk about our favorite, the most iconic moments.
Yeah, let's talk about their most iconic moments.
Like, a bunch of these I think we've already talked about. There was a note that just says, say a scene, and there are a bunch of those. So I don't remember who suggested that one. Are you talking about where Haruka walks in on on Michiru flirting with Seiya and then is like, I'm gonna kill him?
That's a scene. That's one scene that we can talk about. But I think that the most memorable one for me, which is hilarious, is when they actually meet. Like they actually meet. And Michiru was like, I want to paint you. I want to draw you. And she was like, nope, bye. Déjate querer. Let yourself be loved, girl. Just stop. Let those walls crumble and accept that this lady is your soulmate. Stop it. But yeah,
Right.
this that scene is amazing. I love it, but I hate it at the same time because it opened the door. It opened the door for people to ship Michiru with Seiya. That's the only reason I hate it. That's the only reason I hate it. But
That's
I
fair.
love the fact that it brought us that scene inside our head of what happened when Haruka was helping her undress. So
Yep.
and she's just and you can see the like how Michiru asked Seiya to help her, but then you can see how she asked Haruka to help her. And you can see the difference in her tone of voice and the way that she was acting. So, chef kiss. And of course,
Like we said earlier, we all know why they relate.
they were late because they were in orgasm number 13. So they were like, they don't like odd numbers. They were going for number 14. That's why.
Agreed.
And
Yeah.
somebody said the cathedral, Marine Cathedral, was iconic and so sad. I can still remember her face when the heart crystal comes out of Michiru and her face and all the flashbacks. The flashbacks she had the moments before when she met her, when doing the hand thingy. I know that's just.
It's just the saddest scene because she's like, oh shit, I loved her.
Oh shit. Oh shit, she's dying. I loved her. And let me remember all those amazing moments. Again, we could have had a flashback of a kiss. And not even sure. Just put Haruka's the back of her head and just holding me. I don't know. Just give me some. You don't have to be that. I'm asking for too much.
Other notes we had was Haruka about to fall to her death during the meeting of the stars, and then they can't stop flirting.
I was the one that mentioned that. Yes. Because, yes, you are about to die, but let me just flirt and talk about what we do in bed and what we shouldn't be doing outside of bed. Girl, you're about to die. Just use your legs and get some leverage before you both fall to your death. But no, let's talk about sweet stuff. And also, I don't know if it was when I got the videos and I watched that scene. I don't remember what it said exactly in the subtitles, but when they talk about sweets, I don't know why I picked up on it like something even more sexual, like way more sexual. Are they talking about eating kushi? What are you guys talking about? And I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I was like, are you guys talking about that? But then again, they were talking about weight and all that. But still,
That's
like,
so funny. I never would have thought. It's so funny.
yeah, but I really
It's so
thought,
them.
are they talking about eating kushi? Like, I remember calling my friend, like, what are they talking about? And she's like, no, they're not talking about eating kushi. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought they were.
Oh my god, so funny.
I mean, it definitely implies that she's like, I'm thinking about you on top of me.
Yeah.
I'm about to die. I'm thinking about you on top of me.
Yeah.
Apparently, Haruka's life flashing before her eyes is just
A lot of moments of them having sex because that's all they do.
Yes.
I think they go out to take like some vitamin D, like for 10 minutes, and they just go back into the apartment, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all they do. Because I can just hear them like, girl, we need to go outside. We need to touch some grass. And do we have to? Yes.
Yes.
And then they just go touch some grass. They find Usagi, of course, because I don't know, maybe they live in a very small community. I don't know. And then they go back inside. They do it. They eat something, do it again. It's just nonstop.
Yep. That sounds
They
about right.
suffer from dehydration. They have a little Gatorade bottle in the nightstand just in case, because that's all they do. Setsuna is pissed at them because they don't do any housework.
They're like, we can pay someone.
We can pay someone. We can pay the maid. And she's like, but we can bond together as a family by cleaning up the yard. Nah, fuck that. Bye. Fuck us. So bye.
Haruka would never mow her own lawn.
And Michiru will never.
Okay. She wouldn't push a mower, but she would be kind of into a driving mower.
Okay, that's fair. And that goes
Yeah.
vroom vroom.
It goes vroom vroom. Yeah. It goes vroom vroom, and she can just check out and just drive it around. She can drive it all around the yard and just dissociate and be outside. And then, like,
Wait to
they're
the
like,
other
we've
dads.
never seen her happier. She spent an hour in the riding mower section at Lowe's.
It's
It
just
has
so
to be
hard.
Lowe's.
Yeah.
I don't know why I see her using the one that you have to crank and move around
Yeah.
as a flirtation device as well. Doing that while Michiru is somewhere sunbathing and she's staring at her like,
Yeah, she's got like a sports bra on and she's
yeah, like
look at my
look at me.
lats.
Exactly. Look at this. Look at this.
I've
And
been
the
doing
sweat.
both, baby.
And she's like, oh my God, I'm sweating. You know, I need to jump in the pool with you. What do you think? And Michiru will be like, ew, sweat in the pool? You nasty. Oh, just take a shower. And then they will jump into the shower and not eat and touch grass. And it's a cycle.
What? Yeah. No,
It's a
that's
never
their
ending
existence.
cycle. Oh, I got one.
Okay.
You know that episode where Haruka is in a motor cross kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and in the English dub, Michiru's like, I'll take care of it, Tuss.
Ugh!
And I was
Yes.
exactly, and I was like, why are they so close to each other and talking so close to their face?
Their lips so close to each
They're
other.
so close and whispering seductively. But I hated that. But at the same time, it was also one of those episodes where Haruka wouldn't stop thinking about Michiru. I don't know if you remember. She was with Usagi, but her mind was with Michiru 24/7.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think okay, that was one of those episodes. She's always thinking about her, and didn't she get thrown into a waterfall or something like that?
She did, but which henchman was it? I think it was
Was it
Kaori Knight.
Okay, I was gonna say the wheel monster was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets like thrown into a waterfall, and Haruka's just like, she's fine.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about her. That's her natural habitat. It's okay.
What other scene idea?
I love I put on there the don't be silly, I wasn't talking about the fish scene. Where they're in the aquarium.
I love that, the hand sucking scene. Yes, I love that.
Where Haruka's Michiru says something about feeling really calm in this environment or whatever, and then Haruka's like, I feel really calm behind the wheel of a car, because Haruka's never read a social cue once in her life. And Michiru goes, don't be silly, I wasn't talking about the fish.
And then
Haruka's
just
like,
walks off.
and then just walks off, and Haruka's like, well, hold on.
Okay. I think Haruka is also a little bit neurodivergent because she doesn't get some social cues, like she needs to grasp them, but she doesn't, and we love that about her. Because it just makes it even more fun because Michiru knows this and she uses it to mess with her.
Yeah, she got that car autism.
Ideal. There's so many things about these characters that you can nitpick, start pulling apart. That makes them they're so wholesome. There's not just a flat character and that's it. Which is something that happens a lot in the animes. We have the archetype and that's it. This is how it is. Like Goku. Goku is the horrible father. Goku just wants to get stronger and wants to fight the strongest one. But then we have a Vegeta. There's so much more nuisance to him, so many more layers to him.
I too am a Vegeta liker.
Yeah, to be honest, I love them both. But
Vegeta's the more interesting character.
Yeah,
he's
Vegeta
by
is
far the more interesting character.
Yes.
Like, he has growth, he has a character arc, he has a change of heart, he suffers a bunch of humiliating defeats, he learns to be a better person, he falls in love with Bulma, and while Goku's whole thing is he beats the bad guys.
And that's it. That's his whole personality. And that's what I like about them, Haruka and Michiru. They have so many layers and fears and things that they look forward to. And I love the scene. One of the scenes that I loved also is like when they are like in the concert kind of thing where Michiru is playing and Haruka is alone with her tux and she sees her painting of the apocalypse with the water and all that. That was very deep. They both have dreams, but they have to push it away to do this thing that they're supposed to do, and yet again they don't do it because they have to. They do it to keep the earth alive because they are in it. Ugh, that's beautiful. I can't. Stop it. Like, to the point, imagine them so happy that they're gonna be making their dreams come true together.
Yeah.
My other
Because-
kitty is laying on the
because
floor.
they managed to keep the world safe enough for them to enjoy each other's presence while making their dreams together. I can't. Oh, I
So
can't.
good.
It's so good. I love them. Oh,
And
My
hello,
other kitty is
Morgana.
here. Yeah.
Mine is-
She will run away if I go try to pick her up.
mine is right in front of me. Just he's taking care of me right now. Like,
Aww.
it looks like he's like guarding me. He's right in front of the tripod. He's right there,
Oh, buddy.
licking his belly.
What a good boy.
I don't think we talked about when they die.
Their
Like,
death, of course.
Their death in Stars. I've told the story a bunch of times on the show, but one of the things that I used to do in high school and at least once or twice in college is that my friend group, we would watch all of Stars in one go because it's 8 hours. If you put it on at 3 in the afternoon, you can finish it by 2 in the morning. And we would do that. We put it on, I think it was probably later than that because I remember being up until 5 or 6 in the morning. And we would just put it on and marathon it literally all night long. And I would always be the person who would stay up the latest. And everyone else would be asleep. And I'm like, I'm not going to bed until Uranus and Neptune die. So I would stay up until they turn on Galaxia. You be quiet. I'm in the middle of something. They would stay up until they would betray Galaxia, and then they attack her, and then she takes the bracelets from them, and then they disintegrate into sparkles. And then I would be like, fantastic, that's it, I'm going to bed. And it wasn't until very recently that I learned that's literally the second to last episode, and I could have just watched one more episode and finished the series.
Literally, yes.
Well, that is one of my favorite parts. They say such romantic stuff to each other. They reach for each other really slowly, and they don't finish dying until their fingers touch, and it's just I cry every time.
No, because if we go back to my horrible headcanon, just imagine them talking. Imagine a scene where Haruka is letting her know, look, this is my fear. I fear losing you. If I lose you and I stay alive, I don't think I will be able to make it. And so she was like, so let's just die together. Let's just do it.
Let's just die together.
If we're going to do this, let's just make sure that if we die for the mission, let's just die together. And the trust those two women have with each other, they trust each other so much. And also very good actresses because they didn't break character when doing all that shit. So that was also amazing. But so beautiful. When she says, oh, you're warm, Michiru. Like, the last thing that they felt before dying was their presence. Oh, Dios mío. That's just beautiful. That's the most romantic thing ever. Come on. Mamoru and Usagi could never.
Romeo and Juliet, who?
Yep. Fuck them. No. The hand touching was just... And the thing is that hand touching for them is so important, too. Because Haruka's like, no, my hands are tainted. They're about to be tainted because I have to kill a child. Oh, no. And Michiru's like, it's okay. I love your hands. And then the last thing that they're doing is holding hands because even though they might have tainted their hands, they still find each other and they love each other regardless of their tainted hands.
There's absolutely something to be said for hands as a metaphor. Their hand touching is a metaphor for kissing. Because, like you said, there's no on-screen kissing, and yet we understand. And a lot of that, I think, is communicated through the way they touch each other, the way they're holding hands. The series pretty cleverly uses their intimacy without necessarily showing any actual kissing to convey to the audience, oh no, this is an inherently sexual relationship. They would be kissing, they would be making out sloppy style if we thought we could get away with it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Cool. Full on 2-minute kissing, sloppy, wet kissing. Yes. I also think that the hand thing is also a very, like you said, it's intimacy and innuendo for sex. especially between lesbians. So, yeah, okay, we're not gonna make them kiss, so let them just have hand touching, which is almost censored if you think about it.
For
Especially
real.
that scene about the hand touching where they're actually almost playing patty cake, and it's like how beautiful it is. I don't know. I'm just getting very poetic about it. And I have very strong emotions about all the hand touching, especially right at the end, that they're holding hands. And even when they're dying, like you see their hands like letting go of each other, they still do not let go of each other. They die holding hands and were dead still holding hands. I know they like woke up in the other world, whatever, and they were still holding hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And they were like, oh, finally, at least we're together. Even if they're like, they would always talk about hell and all that, everything burning around them. They're holding each other like, yay, we made it to hell together. Yay. Just me going out.
No, I think that's hilarious, but that would be them.
For sure. I hear kitties.
Yep, she's arguing with nothing.
That's very cat coded.
There she is.
Hi,
You
Morgana.
see her little butt?
Yep.
You want to come over here and say hi? We have a point that was about like gay icons, cultural impact, that sort of thing. But I feel like we talked a lot about that already. Is there anything more we want to say? We obviously know that they showed a whole generation what powerful queer love could be like. Clearly, it didn't have. Obviously, it had no impact on anyone here.
No.
None.
Not whatsoever. It's not like I turn it into a career or anything.
No.
Not like literally the whole reason I run this show is for that.
Yeah. Shh.
And
I
it's
know you've
amazing.
never read the manga, but no one asked. And I would argue that they're still kind of one of the best queer couples in media.
They are. And we need more merch. We need more merch. We need more merch.
More merch. Yeah, I need a dozen more of these. Thank you.
Yes. And I get so angry every time I go to any store and I see that they have Sailor Moon merch, and I go and see if they have anything about Haruka or Michiro. It's always the inners. It's
always the inners. Always the inners.
And I get so angry. I go, and my mom, God bless her soul, she's like, look, honey, Sailor Moon style, because she still remembers that I like them. I'm like, it's okay, Mom. I don't want them. Why not? I thought they were your favorite because my lesbians are not in it. I don't want it. And, what do you mean? I have to explain it to her again. Like, oh, okay. And I remember I bought this with her, by the way. I was like, Jimmy, and she was like, Mom, the space lesbians. And she was like, oh, I remember.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Since we have about 10 minutes before we wrap up, because we talk a lot, so we're definitely gonna, and we like to go to comments at the end. Cece, would you mind talking a little bit about your writing career and how you really took the characters like from Haruka to Valda? And
of course, I can talk about that. I was showing you before we started this, showing you one of the special editions. And I wanted, like when I first started writing the fanfic, it was called Blind.
Yep.
And then I was freshly graduated from high school. Nobody knew about it. I never told anyone that I wrote queer fanfics at all. Because I was writing, but I was writing Goku and Chi-Chi fanfictions, which I really like too, because I like to move around with the idea that Goku was actually a good husband. Fanfic. Anyways. So I started writing Blind, and I wanted a story about this queen that lost her vision because they told her that her soulmate was somebody from the planet Neptune, because they could travel. I don't know how I could explain that. They could travel from planet to planet with no ships. Don't ask. I graduated high school. And after I published that, I remember that I kept writing, but then I grew older and I was like, I need to fix this because it had potential.
oh my god, I remember when you did that. I lost my shit when I saw you posted Blinded.
And then I posted Blinded, right? I posted Blinded, and it was like Blind but redone, and with a lot more spicy scenes, a lot more details about the villain and all that. And then one day, and then suddenly Hurricane Maria happened in Puerto Rico. And if you don't know about that, was in 2017. It was horrible for me. I basically had to survive having no power for 3 months. And I was very bored. And I said, I'm going to go over stories that I have written way before. And I went back to Blinded. And Blinded turned into The Queen and the Heiress. And The Queen and the Heiress turned into two books, which is The Curse of the Goddess and The Stolen Kingdom. And the characters are basically, like I said, Haruka and Michiru, but reimagined. And I have the covers, one of the special editions right here. We have the Neptunian character, which then turned into somebody from the Sea Kingdom. And then we have Haruka, which turned into Valda, this very tall, a muscle mommy through and through. Because I always imagined Haruka to be very buff and like very, I don't know why. I wanted her to be a muscle mommy.
I'm here for it.
Yes, a lot of people were there for it. They said, oh, finally, we get some muscle mommies instead of the regular femme for femme, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love
yeah.
femme for femme. But I also they were like my couple. It was butch femme. So I wanted this couple to be like that. And that's how the Curse of the Goddess came to be. It turned into this. I took Greek mythology, Sailor Moon, and Avatar The Last Airbender and smushed it all together and created this universe, this world, which I love. And since I am a proud Puerto Rican, I love Puerto Rico with all my heart. I am very proud of where I came from. I took the character that represents Michiru, which is Maris, and I turned her into this Boricua coded character because she is from the Sea Kingdom. And it's basically like an archipelago, like in Puerto Rico, because people say, Puerto Rico is an island. No, it's not actually an island. It's an archipelago because it has a bunch of little islands around. And her culture is very Boricua coded. And it's like a little love letter to my culture. And it's something that I adore about it. And I love that people write to me, like Puerto Ricans in the diaspora, like they live in the United States and they text me. Is the scene where they're playing drums and dancing like an ode to Puerto Rico, bomba en plena? I'm like, yes, 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 it is. And I'm so happy that you caught it. And yes, so this is basically what this turned to, but this is a special edition though. I can show you the real covers, which they're amazing. But yes, the Selkie design is amazing. For cover artists, this is the real one. It's called The Curse of the Goddess right there.
So
We
pretty.
have the sword, which is basically the space sword that Haruka has, right? The hand is, you cannot tell if the hand is really feminine or masculine. It's just a hand. And then we have the Stolen Kingdom that has the trident that is more focused on Maris and her journey, right? I don't want to spoil it. I know that Michi read all of it, so she knows what happens. And the thing is that this was supposed to be one book. This was supposed to be The Queen and the Heiress, and that was it. That was the romantasy. And as I kept writing and edited, it turned into a 4-book series. It's gonna be turned into a 4-book series. The third book, which is titled The Tide and the Flame, the character that is Kina is basically Sailor Mars. Basically, it's because she can control the flame. She can take bombs around her. She doesn't get affected. Her skin is she cannot get burned, basically. And she falls for someone that is from Mary's kingdom, which is the Sea Kingdom. And then book 4, which will come out later on, I don't think I can, maybe 2028, is basically another love story to Puerto Rico because the setting is basically Puerto Rico, but in the countryside, El Campo, what we call it. And the characters, this is an exclusive. Nobody knows this, by the way. The main character in that story is called Alondra del Valle, and she is also a muscle mommy, and she's completely covered in tattoos, and the tattoos are like amapola flowers. And her weapon of choice is a sword, but it's actually a machete.
Really?
So yes, she is like a Hibaro girly. She is a captain of the army there too, because I don't want to spoil it, but she's the reincarnation of one of the characters that died in book 2. So we get to see Valda and Maris in her 60s. So they're gonna be like older queer couple, which I love because we don't get to see that. We don't get to see that. And I want to see more of that. I want to show, yes, older queer couple exists and they love each other and they're very passionate about each other because they do exist. Show us more of it. So yeah, Alondra del Valle is gonna make her appearance in book 4. She speaks another language, right? But it's basically Puerto Rican Spanish, which is it's gonna be I told all the people that I've talked to that book 4 is simply gonna be a love letter to Puerto Rico. And it's funny how, like you said, out of falling in love with Haruka and Michiru, all of this came to be. And I just
Yeah.
think that it's all because of representation. It is very important. And I will fight anyone who say, oh, they're just putting there like the token gay character. No, it's not. We need more characters like this. We need to see and normalize that people like this exist. Okay? They do exist. And if you want people to be more okay with it, you have to show it to the world. We exist. We are here and we're not as different as you are. Okay, we just love the same. Also, sorry, I got carried away.
No, that was beautiful.
The last book that I have is actually a short novella, and it's a sapphic retelling of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And is instead of having the hunchback is a woman who has burn scars all over her body because she had trauma, okay, and she lives in the cathedral in the bell tower where she's being kept by Pharaon, because I don't want Disney to come at me. His name is Pharaon, and he keeps her there for horrible reasons, right? Because trauma, and she is the one who she pulls on the ropes and rings the bell. And one day she is just listening to the people cry and moan inside the church, and suddenly this nun walks in. So this nun, she doesn't want to be a nun, but there's nothing she can do, and she starts singing inside the church. And the main character, the hunchback girl, her name is Mirela, she falls completely and utterly in love with the voice of the nun. And the nun at some point shifts, it's a short novella, she shifts and sees her for a moment, and she gets curious about, wait, is someone living in the bell tower? So she goes to investigate. They have this meet cute, not so meet cute, because it's actually terrifying for Mirela because nobody's supposed to be in the bell tower but Farron. And after that, it's just an explosive attraction. Mirela doesn't know what to do with this new attraction. She understands it, but she knows that she cannot leave the tower, so she doesn't know what to do with herself. And that's how this story came to be. It's called A Whisper of Bells and Prayers. This is the first novella of a mini series that I'm going to be doing different sapphic retellings of Disney
Ooh.
stories. And this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one. The second one is gonna be The Beauty and the Beast. It's gonna be a monster romance but a sapphic monster romance because all I write is sapphic, thanks to my girlies who are a bit of inspiration to me. And all my stories have muscle mommies. All my characters, there's at least one
yeah.
muscle mommy.
We love it.
Yes. I love that. Like I said, this being exposed to this turned into a passion for writing. And you never know where you're going to get inspiration. And that's how I came to be. And that's how I've been friends for Michi for so many years. And it's thanks to these girls and to sharing this love for reading as well.
Yeah, because it really connects everybody. It connects the characters, it connects us.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
Yes, it is. I love it. And I hope that I can turn this into a full-time thing. So it would be really good if you could like help a girl out by just shouting out into the world that this is what I do. Because we really, really need more sapphic stories and queer love stories out there.
Check it out. There's the QR code right there. You can go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, you should totally support her.
You should
And it's
totally support our
available.
guest.
It's available in audiobook too. So if you like listening to stories
Oh my-
while cleaning the entire house like I do,
The audiobook is phenomenal.
Who did you read it, or is
Yeah.
it someone else?
no,
okay.
the narrator is called Ava Flynn. She is amazing. The way, like, she is reading for both Valda, the
Mhm.
butch masked lesbian character, and for Maris, which is very femme. And the way that you can tell both apart is amazing. Not to mention she like, this woman knows how to act. She is amazing. Like, I didn't have to give her any pointers because she knew exactly what to do in the moments. And let's not talk about the spicy thing, spicy thing, because they are top notch. The books are very spicy because it was like in a moment in my life that I said, fuck it, I'm coming out of the closet. I write sapphic stories, have all the spice and all the spice that I couldn't put in my previous work, which is Dari's Meadow, because I was scared my mom will read it. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to write the spiciest. I always market it as a spicy sapphic romantasy, like spicy sapphic. And people will be like, oh, spicy. And then when they did the special edition, I'm going to show it to you guys. When they did the special edition, they would put like the spice level and they were like, show off. It was like 4 stars out of 5. Like, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Any last thoughts before we end the episode?
Haruka and Michiru are the best couple in Sailor Moon. Even in the first 2 seasons where they don't even appear, they're the best couple.
Agreed.
You will find no arguments here.
And if you think otherwise, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
All right, let's read some comments and then call it a night, okay?
All right, sounds good to me.
All right, so Lady Chappelle let us know that you can watch Yuri Kuma on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
So that's good to know. And then Sorely said, we'll explain that joke in a minute, Cece. Sorely said Utena took an Evangelion turn at the end where it just went somewhere else. The car scene.
The end of the movie is wild.
It is.
It's wild.
Yep.
And then Sorely Cosplay says Seiya walked in and was fighting for Haruka for the gender fluid spot on the show. I always took the show as fully recognizing this and playing with it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can see that.
Seiya is jealous. And then Lady Chappelle says the car has autism. I completely And then Erina says we stand the space lesbians. Always. And then Lady Chappelle says definitely more Neptune and Uranus merch.
I see. We need more.
And then Lady Chappelle says I need to get these books ASAP. You know where to find them. Yep, and then just a nice thought to leave it on. Lady Chappelle says I love queer love, young and old.
They are necessary. We need more.
And then just because our audience is being heathens, they said poor Brad. Poor Brad and Chad. So the joke is CC is Michiru in the Cloverway dub says, my first kiss was with Brad, the cutest boy in school.
Yeah, she has an imaginary boyfriend named Brad. And we had a running joke during our reaction series that Brad is actually just Haruka being like, I'm Brad.
And then we ship Brad and Chad, who is, I forget his Japanese name. Yuichiro.
He's the other guy who works at the shrine with Ray. With his
I remember the scruffy guy?
The scruffy guy.
Yeah, I remember him. Oh, God.
His English name was Chad.
Yeah, so we ship Brad and Chad.
With that, we've come to the end of the show. We have got some more awesome topics lined up for the rest of season 5, so please stick with us to see what we have got cooking. Next month, we are diving into a full character study episode about Sailor Chibi Moon. Your co-hosts will be Michi and Ducky, and we hope some of you will join along for the next stream and share your thoughts too. We are so glad we could bring you this episode, and we'd especially like to thank tonight's special guest, author CC Gonzalez. Please go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself and where people can follow you on the web.
Of course. So I'm Cici Gonzalez. I'm a sapphic writer from Puerto Rico, born and raised and still living in the archipelago. You can find me in Instagram with author underscore Cici Gonzalez 9. You can also find me with the same screen name in TikTok, author underscore Cici Gonzalez 9. I have my books on Amazon, Kindle Unlimited, ebook, and also an audiobook. You can also find my Etsy store, which is in my links in my Instagram. I have the books there as well, signed and with special goodies with spicy art.
Oh my god, the art is so good. I recommend. And the stickers. Highly recommend the stickers.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And if you enjoyed the show tonight and you want to see more, please follow us on all our socials. All of those links are in the link tree in our description. Previous episodes of Eternal Mooncast are available on YouTube. Remember to subscribe and think about hitting that bell to receive our notifications. It would really help YouTube to make sure we can keep growing our little community by telling the algorithm that people like us. You have my socials ready to go. If you want to follow me, I'm here on the internet. Nowhere normal.
Tumblr and Blue Sky.
Tumblr and Blue Sky. This is the only places you can find me online. It's embarrassing when people at cons are like, "Are you on Instagram?" And I'm like, "No, I don't use Meta products. Sorry."
All right.
Anyway.
In addition to Eternal Mooncast, you can also find episodes of our sister show, Bisojo Senji Slumber Party, where we are reacting to the 90s English colorway dub of Sailor Moon and reacting to that for a watch-along reaction. Huh?
Oh my god.
Yeah, we are. It's a bunch of...
It's really fun.
I know, it must be.
Oh, you should hear all the bitching that we do. For our watch-along reactions are available on our Patreon for free, and we get together every month to describe the stream discussion where we talk about what worked, what didn't, and which monster of the week we smash or pass. Our next discussion episode will be streaming Saturday, June 20th. As always, I've been your host, Michi. You can find my personal socials at MEW21 _cosplay. Oh yeah, I should do the thing. Hey, follow me. For my K-pop reactions, head on over to K-Pop Voyage, where you can find me and a bunch of friends reacting to K-pop, X-pop, global pop, and beyond. Likes, comments, follows, and however you'd like to support the show are always welcome. We love reading all your comments on YouTube. As a quick reminder, these have just been our personal opinions, and we celebrate all respectful Mooney opinions here. We're working hard on this show to be a place for Moonies to come together and discuss their love and passion for Sailor Moon. Remember, as Michi once said, Haruka, you've been eating too many sweets lately. With that, everybody, thank you for staying. We love you all. Have a good night.
Bye.